All right, everybody, we are live. I am David from Red Wagon Dioramas. Thanks for joining us. I've got a bunch of buddies with me tonight, and we are going to do a top 10 action figure recap for 2024. It is December 28th right now, a few days till New Year. We've all spent lots of money this year on action figures, I'm sure. And it is, I know for myself, it's hard to narrow it down to 10. But we're going to share 10 of our favorites. And I told all the guys, like, not necessarily strictly holding anybody to these 10, things are always changing, but we'll share 10 of some of our favorites. And we'll go in rounds. So everybody will share their 10th figure, and then we'll do their 9th, and then their 8th, and work our way up to 1. So that's kind of how we're doing it tonight. And anything is game. It doesn't have to be a Star Wars figure. It doesn't have to be a modern figure. It could be a vintage, something you picked up. So it could be a totally different property besides Star Wars. That being said, all of us are primarily Star Wars collectors. So, but yeah, let us know in the chat where you're from, where you're watching from, and share some of your favorite figures with us as we get into it tonight. So with that being said, let's do introductions real quick. Nick, introduce yourself.
Darth Wiz, name's Nick, and I'm a Star Wars collector, and I collect other things too.
Matt?
My name's Matt Bryant. I have a YouTube channel. It's just my name. I do primarily Black Series reviews, but occasionally I'll throw in a random video, now and then, but it's primarily reviews.
Arthur?
And Arthur, just Art D. Henderson on Instagram. And I collect pretty much Black Series and some vintage collection and retro occasionally.
Nice. And Gary?
Gary Avery, primarily Black Series. I like live collecting. I didn't get into the Clone Wars and some of the animated stuff, so I kind of go that direction. And do a lot of custom work. I like ships, so I've been 3D printing a lot of ships and accessories for the Black Series figures.
Yep, and
Nice.
Many people watched the video of Gary's collection when I got to visit your house a couple months ago. So that was real fun to video down there and see all your custom 3D printed ships and creatures and everything.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, this guy's like 6'3", 6'4". He is a big guy.
You're not a small guy either, Gary.
When I was like, man, I didn't think you were going to be that tall.
Well, I've heard the same of Nick. Nick, you're like 6'3", right? We don't know, right?
6'5".
6'5". See, so got a big group.
Wow.
Arthur, you're like 7'2".
I'm under 6 foot. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's funny when you meet somebody in person that you've never met other than online, and then all of a sudden you're standing next to a person like, oh yeah. Some things are familiar, and some things are like, whoa, I didn't expect that. So
That's funny.
Yeah.
Nice.
well,
Cool.
Yeah, Gary, I had a great time with you, man, down there, and appreciate you. Gary let me camp out at his house one night, so that was helpful, and we got to have a fun time too. So.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Gary, your collection's amazing.
Thank you.
Work.
It's a mess. I've been organizing for several years now, but one of these days I'll do a video like David did. I love the way his is set up, and Matt, that's so clean back there. I need something like
you.
that.
I appreciate it. That used to be a closet.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is I have a whole basement for the most part, and so I've got stuff everywhere.
Yeah. No, it works. It works. I'm about to purchase some shelves to go over there and move the OT to this wall. And then I can start fresh over here on this shelf with Mandalorian up top, and that'll free up 2 whole shelves for me because I'm currently maxed out.
Yeah.
With what I have.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yep.
That'll be another stream, David, how we organize our collection.
That should be. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Everybody.
Yeah, because everyone does it a little different.
Yep.
Yeah, right now mine's a disaster.
You've got some stuff on display, Nick. You've got a basement, right?
Yeah, I did. Well, I'm still finishing it. I'm laying the floor down. I just had to fix a little bit of electrical, so I got about a couple hours tomorrow working, and then I picked up some of the quarter round. So I'll have one room completely done. Well, not completely done, but pretty much I'll be able. I'll be. What do they say? It away with the races or whatever that saying is. So I'll be good.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into it. Did you guys have a good year collecting? First of all, what do you guys think of this
It was
year?
a great year.
It was very good. Yeah,
Amazing.
I was quite pleased. Not too many duds at all.
Yeah. Not too much that I was like,
I mean, I
"Oh,
can't
don't
think
need
of
that."
one that I just absolutely didn't like.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall, great year.
I picked up a lot.
Even
of
the
different
one that
stuff.
was bad was still
Yeah.
good.
Those are the two that come to mind when Matt said that. The two
Yeah.
duds,
Well,
Shin and Valen.
those have kind of just, I don't know, left my head. I don't really think of those much.
Yeah.
Those were just a disaster. Here's Mace Windu in the chat.
Hey, Mace. Yes, he's local to me. See, someday we got to meet up.
And sneakers.
Collects Black Series and sneakers. Nice.
Sneakers gets expensive.
I'll say.
Yeah. Wow.
You can buy 6 Black Series figures for the cost of a good pair of sneakers
Yeah.
or more.
Nick,
That's
did
how
you
I
have a good
justify
year
spending
collecting?
money. Is should I spend it there or can I buy an action figure?
Yeah.
Nick, I was throwing it to you. What was your year in collecting like overall?
Well, just looking at this room, and my list would have gone into like a top 50, as we mentioned earlier, pre-show. So I got a lot of items in here, and I won't totally give it away, but I wanted to put. I will say one thing: I wanted to put more modern in here, but I just started going through, sort of, what the feels are, the nostalgia. So I thought I would just sort of stick those first, but easily I could be top 50 today. I bought a lot of stuff. Like now that I'm looking through just in this little room here, my little office. So
Wow.
my little sub office. So it's crazy.
And I know personally, like you've been buying a lot of the vintage Kenner stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm rebuilding the collection. So, and then when you go into some of the mocks, they're pretty expensive, so it's, I have some I've shown some of them before, and I've already on this channel, but it is my top 10, and that's just what came to my mind. So, but there's quite a few. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, got a couple of more people in here. Brian Myers, what's up, Brian?
Yep, Brian.
And No Chewing.
No chewing.
No Chewing is local to me. Lives right near me, and he's a big toy photography guy. They've got a great channel called Toy Daddies. You can check them out on YouTube and Instagram.
Nice.
They do a lot of good work with the toy photography community.
Awesome.
And I know he's a big collector. So, Gary, what was your year like for collecting? You were sharing with us before the show how something shifted a little bit.
Yeah, like I was saying, Monsterverse. I've always been a Godzilla fan. I've been a Godzilla fan longer than I've been a Star Wars fan, but that's only because of my age. So Haya Toys started making Godzilla figures this year, and I almost got into it with the Bandai SH Monster Arts, but I kept holding off, and Haya came out, and they made some really nice figures. So I've bought 10 figures this year, Godzilla figures, and I've been filling in where I can with my Black Series stuff. So I still got a fair amount of Black Series, but yeah, I kind of went crazy in the Godzilla world.
How did those scale? How big are they?
Well, obviously by the size of them, I don't know that they give them a scale, but the SH Monster Arts are 6-inch. Like a Godzilla is based off a 6-inch. High is 7, and then there's this Super 7, and I think they're a little taller.
Yeah.
And then they've got, NECA's probably 6-inch, and NECA's got some 12-inch line. I've got one of those, but the Haya, just from a price point, It's very similar to the Black Series versus SH figure arts. They're not as articulating, but the price point is really nice, and the figures are probably look a little bit better.
Okay. Interesting. I need to look those up.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah.
I got a couple here. I'll show you.
Yeah, Gary's to show us something tonight, I bet.
Nice. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I like Godzilla too.
We got Rogue Sarge here too. He's another local guy here in New England. I met him when I went to ICCC earlier this year. So hey, Bobby.
Yeah, I'm just messaging everybody right now about your channel.
Nice.
I should have done this hours ago. Sorry, man.
Getting the traffic up. Well, yeah, okay. So we're 10 minutes in now. Let's start. Let's pick some of our share one figure of your top 10. This would be lower down on your list, but something you still really, you really enjoyed this year.
I just saw Tim Connor pop in. What's up, Tim? He's my neighbor.
Oh, hey, Tim.
And Brent's here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there we go.
Everybody's popping in. All right. Yeah. Hey, guys.
Okay, who's going first? Dave, you gonna start it off with your 10th or?
No, I'm not ready.
Okay.
How about you start, Nick, and we'll go.
Okay, I'll do it.
Nick.
All right,
I'm gonna have to. I can't really bring this into the, my frame here, so I'm just gonna move the camera here.
Okay.
To kind of show you what my top 10 right there is. I actually picked up both of these loose this year. So there's the original AT, and there is the vintage collection Empire Strikes Back AT. So
nice.
Yeah, I can't really I can't get up and walk over to it because I'll unplug from I'm just using my camera here. Just give you a quick rundown. So that easily could have been one of my number one, on my top 10 list, but it
was a good year.
Yeah. I mean, there's quite a few there's actually another couple big items too, but.
So question for you on that.
That's awesome.
When you buy something like that, do you make sure like you want it complete, or are you okay with some missing parts and pieces if the price is right, or how do you
I always go for complete. I mean, I will buy the original parts if everything's there. On that AT-AT in particular, the 81, the original Kenner, the only thing that's not original on that is actually the chin guns. So, but I was fine because they had these repro ones, and like maybe I'll pick them up if I see them. You know what I mean? I put them on, but I'm not like I don't know what the word is, but like I'm not against getting some reproductions.
You're not a purist on the
I'll do purist. I mean, obviously, I would like to inventory it so that if you know what I mean, if I croak or something, that that I don't want people getting, buying it or whatever, or getting it and then thinking it's completely, I would never sell it as original. Right? I mean, that's the only concern I have with that. So, but besides that, whatever, I mean, of course, I am a purist. Like I want to have everything of original too. But I have no problem completing stuff that's broken or whatever, or refurbishing toy ploy styles or whatever, fixing them, why not? Right. And eventually all this stuff in 50 or 100 years, it's all going to start breaking down anyway. So, you got to maintain it to a certain extent.
Well, those are awesome pickups. Who's going to top the AT-AT?
that's a quick question.
Yeah, two of them.
That one was TVC.
Very cool.
Yeah, the big one's obviously the vintage collection one, and then the little one there is.
I didn't know
that's the original.
I didn't know the vintage collection actually had it branded.
Yeah, that's super cool. I had no idea, and it's huge.
Yeah, I apologize. I'd show the box. There's actually two boxes. There's one, the Return of the Jedi one, which I have in box, and then there's the Empire Strikes Back one. I actually like the vintage collection one way, like even from nostalgia point of view, like the TVC one is just, that's awesome. I mean, my drawback on that one would be is they should have gone even bigger. But anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing I've always thought with Hasbro is just
Uh-oh.
Losing them.
Lost Nick's connection for a sec.
Well, I actually thought about that the other day about like, especially with all these ghosts showing up. I was like, I would love a exact, 2 scale AT-AT in 3 3/4. I would be curious how that would look. With,
Like a new
it'd
sculpt.
be
because all the ones
massive.
I've seen, the inside, the back it's nothing like it's supposed to look, and you only got 2 seats in the front. And I
Well,
guess
a 1/18 scale would probably be about 4 feet tall.
Yeah, I was going to say, I bet it'd be this tall. It'd be
'Cause
massive.
Black
Yeah.
Series would be about 6.
Mhm.
Oh, Black Series.
Yeah.
I would just like the head of the Black Series. That'd just be cool. But yeah, I don't need the
Yeah.
You can mount it on the wall like a deer head.
right.
That's funny.
All right, Nick's trying
That's
to get
awesome.
back in here.
Yeah, I like
Who wants to
Nathan's
go
comment.
next?
Man down. That's
Who's
funny.
got a figure they want to show?
He's back.
Now we're all out.
Yeah. Satellite internet. It's the first time in a while I've been cut off.
Uh-oh.
Well,
All right.
I guess I'll show off.
Go ahead, Art.
I have Padme. Oh, wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Our first Padme, right? No, second Padme.
Second Padme.
Yeah.
I was just messing around with her, and the gun. She had the gun in kind of this whole position since I got her, and it was like it was really bent.
Starting to warp.
It was really warped, so I've been sitting here trying to bend it back, but yeah, she just squeaked onto the list, to be honest. Beating out Anakin and Enoch to kind of that honorable mentions, I would say. But just the paint apps, I would say. And I was just looking at the gun, and just it's rare that it's just not all one color. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, it's painted, right?
It's painted. You got 3 different colors on here, so it's yeah, she's just a great and her likeness is, I think it's great. Looks a little washed out, but the light is not the best in here. But
Yeah, it's a good looking figure.
it's a good figure. Like I said, she just squeaked on.
I think Padme is kind of like one of those sleeper Black Series figures that kind of gets lost in the mix this year. But you're right; she came out in Young Anakin, and they're
It was one of those. I was like, I saw some other lists from YouTube, some YouTubers that have been doing their top 10, and I'm like, oh, Padme was this year.
Yeah.
Watching everybody's top 10, I'm like, oh, that was this year. Oh, okay.
Cool.
Nice.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go. Here's my 10th favorite figure of the year. So I love this figure. It's not Star Wars. It's Marvel. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Right here.
That's awesome.
Let me see if I can make him bigger. Grab the screen. So this is the Alfred Molina Dr. Octopus from the Spider-Man movie, the one that had all 3 Spider-Men in it that came out, like 2 years ago now, but the figure came out, I'm pretty sure in January is when I got it.
Somewhere home or something home.
Yeah, Nowhere Home. Or No Way Home.
Yeah, No Way Home. Now, my son has ripped off all the claws off the tentacles, so I don't know.
he's been well loved already.
He's getting a lot of play, but man, I love this. These have wire tentacles on this Marvel Legends figure, which they haven't done in past Dr. Octopuses. So the Toy Biz one had it, but Hasbro has not done wire tentacles for any of their Doc Ocks. So when they did that on this, plus the sculpt was just really good. So one of my favorite villains, one of my favorite movies, Spider-Man 2, and I had to put it on my list for the year because I just really enjoyed getting this figure.
Are the arms detachable, so you could just have him?
They pull out the back.
Right.
You got
Okay.
you can pop them out.
Nice.
But they're all and they're really stiff wires, so you can actually get him self-supporting his own weight in the air when you have the feet on the tentacles.
That's so cool.
But anyway, that's
cool.
one of mine for the top for the year. I really appreciate them finally getting this one out, and I already pre-ordered the Lizard, which is coming out next year. I think on Amazon. So
cool.
I think that's my only Marvel for this list tonight.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right, we got Matt, Gary. Who wants to go?
All right, I've got a couple.
Go ahead, Gary.
Now, when I said I'm mostly a live action collector, I did start reading Darth Vader comic books a few years ago, and these weren't this. They were re-released this year, and I couldn't find them before. They were stupid expensive, and they got re-released, and it is 000 and BT1.
Oh,
Nice.
And if you guys, if you haven't read the comic books, you need to read the comic books. These guys are really, really cool figures, characters in the comic books. But yeah, those I was pretty stoked. Even though BT1 is the old Astromech body, I still bought it because I really wanted these guys. So since they weren't this year, I slid them in at number 10.
Nice. Yeah, the weaponry on BT actually makes him look a little bigger than he is.
It does.
So when he's on the shelf, it's actually not bad. So.
Well, I'm going to isolate them. I'm going to put them up with Black Chrysanthemum and a Boba Fett because they were all in those comics together and a few other figures. So
nice.
it'll look fine once they're, as long as he's not hanging out with any other newer Astromechs.
Mm-hmm.
More brutal than Chopper? I don't know about.
Oh yeah, no, these guys were.
I haven't read the comics.
They were assassin droids. That was the. I think maybe it was the 000. Maybe it was
000 is a torture droid. He's out there
was
torture.
The 000 protocol. They like
maybe
trying to get
maybe
rid
if
of
Chopper didn't have hair to hold him back,
Yeah, these guys are bad.
Yeah,
so funny.
Gary, I read some of those comics too when the figures came out because I didn't know, and I went out and bought some of the Vader comics at my comic shop, and I enjoyed reading those stories with Afra and the droids.
Yeah, and there's several. I think there's a few I haven't read, but the two that I did, those would easily make some really good a good Darth Vader movie.
Yeah,
nice.
Another Canadian here watching.
Canadian.
Nick.
Yeah, there you go, from Quebec.
Bonsoir.
Quebec.
My French.
Nice.
All right, Matt, you're up.
All right, so I'm going to start with a couple of honorable mentions. My entire list is Black Series. Okay. Even though I do have some Joes that I really, really like, but my top 10 is all Black Series. But for honorable mentions, on head sculpt alone, I've got Grand Admiral Thrawn and Dedra Meero. I think both of those look phenomenal. Maybe not the most exciting figures in the world, but they, the faces are just awesome. And then I have a couple of should have been on this list. The first one, because GameStop is being GameStop, is Momo Nadon.
Oh, you didn't get him?
I think I'm the last person on the planet to get that figure.
Oh.
So that probably would have been on the list. And Amazon is being Amazon, and I'm still waiting on Whim. Yeah, there you go. Because I want to review all the Skeleton Crew figures together. But I still have Brutus in the box.
Nice.
And I think he would have been on the list because this figure looks incredible.
Yeah. So
those are my two should have been on the list.
Okay.
But for my top 10, I've got IG-12 and Grogu.
Oh, nice.
It's a fun set. I'm not getting in, figures down just because it's, I've got so many. Or they're kind of put behind other figures. Yeah, I don't want to disrupt too much. But IG-12 and Grogu. What's that?
Just point in their direction.
I got him right here. I'll show him for you. You tell
there
me.
we go. There we go.
You got him.
There he is.
He's probably on several lists.
Super fun set. And getting this new IG mold, I'm hoping for a brand new IG-11 at some point, the original version, as well as a Marshal of Navarro version, and then possibly a new IG-88 at some point. So that one's my number 10.
That's a good one.
He's one I've seen him over 24 times in the store, and I don't know. For some reason I have held off on getting him, but
really, it's been down to like $15 or $16 on Amazon.
Yeah, I feel like I should just pull the trigger.
And I think on Walmart too, it dropped down really low.
Yeah,
it's a fun set. It's a fun set.
Mace
plus all the Anzellans.
Yeah.
All right. So that's our first round.
Yeah,
Moving
number
to
9.
So who went first? Nick, time for you to show us another huge vehicle or something.
Oh, okay. Do I got to go? Are we going in reverse? Or are we going number 1?
No, do your we're building up to 1. Okay. We're building up to our favorite.
Number 9.
Okay. 10, then number 1. Then
this is a pretty simple one.
I know all of yours are awesome, but okay.
Hot Luke.
Nice.
Cool.
Kenner.
Vintage Kenner.
Love
Very
this.
nice.
I love this figure.
Now that's not a
Absolutely.
reproduction or anything, right? That's just a
No, it's
actual
just
OG?
it's an all original Kenner. You know,
Did
I
you
love
get
the
him
TVC
recently?
version too. Yeah, I did. I just I got him off of I don't know if you guys know him. He makes pins and stuff, really cool stuff. I haven't actually bought anything from him, but Left Coast Graphics,
Mhm.
Rec. Yeah, he's a good
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, he
I
had a
watched-
bunch of figures. He was selling them off, and I've been meaning to rebuild the Kenner collection. So, and it's pretty good conditions, pretty damn good on it. So it's dropped one of the weapons there. But
He's in British Columbia, right? So he's set
yeah,
better
he's
shipping
out
and
there.
whatever.
Oh
rates
yeah,
and all that,
yeah.
buying in Canada, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's but anyways, a fantastic figure, and I love the detail on it. I think this one came out in like '81 or whenever it hit the shelves, '82
Mhm.
for Empire, and it's just I love the card back on it. Also, it's just incredible. So really happy to get this one back in the collection, and so sorry, yeah, but great figure, and there's like no rubbing on it or anything, so like it's probably needs a little bit of a hydrogen peroxide bath, probably a good idea. It's got a bit of smoker smell to it. Thanks, Rick.
Mm.
Oh my.
Besides that, it's good, and the paint on it you can't really see, but it's perfect. So nice.
Yeah, you need him to smell like the cool, fresh air of Hoth.
Yeah, right now it smells like the cool fresh air from
An ashtray.
Do you have a loose
From the
tauntaun
cantina.
yet? Do you have a
Sorry?
tauntaun yet, Nick? Do you have a tauntaun?
Smells like he's from the cantina.
No, that's another one. That's one I'm definitely gonna have to get. When I get around to it. So I've got them in package. I just don't have one. Actually loose.
Yeah.
Hmm. Cool.
All right, who'd we go to next? Arthur?
Me, yeah. So this one, Matt alluded to it, of course. Grand Admiral Thrawn. And he is higher than, I put him higher than Padme just because of the character of the, I read Heir to the Empire in middle school, and, so I have a good attachment to the character, but also just a great figure, all the wrinkles and, in the chest and the likeness to the actor. I can't remember his name.
Lars Mikkelsen.
Lars, yeah.
Yes, Lars.
Yeah, the likeness is spot on. They did good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They did well.
That's my number 9.
TVC.
Nice.
Number 9 for Art. All right.
Yeah.
Is it my turn now? I'm going to go with... I'm going to go get something off the shelf over here. All right. I'm going to try to represent one figure from each of the lines that I collect, since I'm kind of all over the place. But I got to represent retro collection on this stream, because I think I'm the only one who's into it. maybe Arthur is. I'm not sure.
Yes. Yeah.
But I'm going to show Grievous.
Oh, nice.
So this is Hasbro's General Grievous in the retro collection, and this came out just a couple months ago. Actually, it's pretty recent. And they did hinge the back arms, but this is all you get for articulation, up and down. You don't get any forward or anything, and then you get the legs. Just do that.
Huh.
Very simple, very basic.
Nice.
But I like these figures, so I've been enjoying the retro collection, and I'm really excited for them to keep putting them out, keep doing figures that Kenner never did. That's what I want them to keep doing.
I was happy to see that they're doing another returning to the OT with.
Yeah,
because I stick with OT with retro. I just can't get into the prequel era retro.
Well, I bought the prequel sets just because I like. It's got Darth Maul now, and Qui-Gon, and Padme, and Anakin. They're all fun. But yeah, obviously I like the OT the most. So.
They're doing the Sand Trooper, right?
Yeah, the new 6-pack that Steve Evans just announced. They have the Sand Trooper and the Fleet
Looks sturdy. It probably stands better than the Black Series one.
Oh yeah, it does. I have a figure stand on all of them because they do tend to fall over. But yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty hefty.
Yeah. So just those back 2 arms move, or do all 4 move?
Do all four move? No, all four can go up. So he can do kind of like wings.
Just out. Okay.
Yeah, but they don't go forward at all.
Right.
It's
Okay.
very basic.
It's still
But
neat.
you can still do the 4 lightsaber
That's awesome.
attack. I wish he had
I like
a cape.
that.
That's the one thing. I wish he had a cape.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
But anyway, retro collection. I bought all the retro. I bought the Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith pack and the other Phantom Menace 6-pack. I did not buy the Acolyte 6-pack, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. So I want to put one of those on my list.
Yeah.
All right, who's next? We got Gary again.
Gary, you're next. Yeah.
All
Number
right.
9.
Well, my R5D4 is in a box. Is in the box somewhere stored away. So I brought out some of his brothers. I did just get this one, but the new Astromech body is just it opens up. I think so many possibilities going forward. So my number 9 would be R5D4, but the Astromechs in general. With this new body is going to be nice. Yeah, I think
great.
there's a lot of things they can do with that now. Give us a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the R2 just came out. That was an end of 23, I think.
Yeah.
Or 20. Yeah.
I think
this
so.
year's we've gotten the R5 twice.
Mm-hmm. And R4.
The R4.
R4D6.
Yeah.
Whatever he is.
6DO.
6DO, yeah.
Hey, Luke.
Yeah. And they should just go ahead and do R4M9 from A New Hope. There's a Bandai model kit for that one.
Well, with this is an easy repaint.
Mm-hmm.
And easy, and everybody would buy it.
Yep.
Luke is popping in to say hi. Thanks, Luke. Appreciate you watching, man.
Hey, Luke.
And big shout out to all your awesome designs out there on everybody's Black Series shelves.
I got some.
Amazing contribution to the community for sure.
I've been having fun.
Yeah.
He's got something I need to get to print. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which one are you doing, Gary?
I need to get one of my other figures I was going to show. I'll bring it up then.
Okay. All right.
Otherwise, I'm giving away part of my top 10.
I got you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right, Brent. Yeah, Brent's pointing out that the R4 droid
they were $10
on Walmart. Yeah, I grabbed 2 of them actually myself.
Did you?
I figured I could paint one of them up or something. Try it. But $10, great deal.
The R460. Which one? I'm having a.
That's the one Gary was just holding, right?
Oh, that's that one. Yeah.
Yeah, the orange and red one. Yeah.
Wasn't that Karga's droid?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Magistrate.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Karga.
Magistrate.
I picked up the R5, the single pack, and then they came out with the multi pack, and I was hesitant on that one just because I'm like, I don't need 2 R5s, but I needed those pit droids.
Yeah, the pit droids are cool.
I was playing with one pit droid, and I got him to carry something. I balanced him just right.
Those guys are hard to balance.
Yeah.
They're so light.
Both of mine are super loose.
They fall over.
He's carrying one of Tinka's things.
Floppy on mine. They're very difficult. They're so hard to stand.
I got them just right, and I'm thinking of doing a repaint on one of the R5s to the yellow one. But
cool.
We'll see if I ever get around to it. I have so many things to paint. It's
at some point I want to get another R5 that'll make 3 to weather it, so I can stick it in the A New Hope section with a Jawa or something. So yeah.
Hey John, thanks for watching. Pit droids rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I liked how the pit droids they collapsed into the.
You can fold them down pretty flat.
Yeah, how they are in the junk shop with Anakin. I thought that was cool.
Cool.
All right, Matt, you're up. What's your number 9?
So my number 9, I have the battle droid with the stap, and it's right up. It's right up there.
There it is.
It's a vehicle. It's scaled pretty well. It might be a tad small, but overall, I think it looks fantastic. It's nice to see vehicles coming back. I don't have any of the larger ones. I mean, I only have a couple of the speeder bikes and the stap. Wait, I'm backwards. The stap and, of course, the mall speeder. But yeah, the stap is super cool. I was pretty impressed with it. So that's my number 9.
Yeah, I think I was watching your review, Matt, and because I hadn't watched anything on it yet, and
Mhm.
I think when you showed that the stand has some articulation, right? You can go at an
Yeah,
angle.
you can
Kind of
angle
like
it, but the
ball
thing
joint.
is so top heavy, you do have to be mindful of just how far you angle it. Otherwise, it's just
Yeah.
going to fall right over. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's a cool looking speeder. I
Yeah,
think they did well with it.
Mace says you got 2 of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess they're still for sale on the site. So
yeah, they're still
I don't know how many of them they
I'm
made.
very available. There's like thousands of those left, I think.
I skipped on it, but I might. You know, the thing is the shipping. I hate paying tons of shipping. I can only get it from
I
Hasbro
know.
Pulse, so that's the main reason why I've been hesitant to get it.
I'm not a Pulse Premium member either, just
Yeah.
because it doesn't benefit me. I hate Pulse's app. Hate it.
Oh, it's awful.
And I don't order enough from them in a
Yeah.
year to justify the price. So I don't know.
And you
Yeah,
start
shipping
buying more
sucks.
GI Joe, maybe you will. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
All right.
That was my number 9.
So who are we back? Now we're on number 8. Back to Nick, counting down.
Okay.
Is he frozen?
He's frozen and
Am I
off.
frozen?
Your face is.
Yeah,
Your audio.
though.
There you are.
Okay. Let me know. I'm back. Okay.
We can hear you.
I can see you. There you
Oh,
are.
there we
you
go.
are. Yeah,
Hold
Oh,
that up there
nice.
for a sec.
Nice.
Death Star Gunner.
What, you got 2 of them?
That's cool.
Okay, for the non-Kenner collectors watching, explain why this is so special.
Well, these are Power of the Force, the line from 1984, late 84 to 85. It came with
Good year.
coin, so it was a new packaging. This is, at the end of Kenner's run, Star Wars, unfortunately, because, the figures were really starting to get a lot better. And they call these the last 17. So there's a smaller production run. There's still millions of them upon millions of them out there, and right now they've gone up in price over the last few years. Probably a little inflated in my opinion because there's a lot of them out there. But you can also get these from Stan Solo, which I highly recommend. But these are both Kenner genuine article, one mint on card. This one's actually graded, so it's got an 80 grade, so it's pretty good. It's unpunched, it's nice, done by AFA. I don't know if you can kind of see that on the bottom right there.
Yeah, I didn't notice it was rated. Cool.
Yeah.
Really nice figures, really nice. They're beautiful. I mean, dated, but
So where do you
That's-
go about
that's what
finding
it is.
something graded like that? Is that from a local shop or another collector? Or where'd you?
Yeah, I got these. I got that one from Fourth Moon Toys. Actually, this loose figure I just picked up off of a guy that's about an hour or so south of me in Ontario. My buddy Dean there. So and he knows his Star Wars pretty well. So it was good to get that one back in the collection. So trying to slowly rebuild Kenner. So
I mean,
I always say best to go the more expensive stuff first, and your grails, get those first, and then everything else starts to come a lot faster and easier.
it's like the opposite for me. Like,
Yeah.
the grail, I'll never get the grail. Yeah.
I learned the hard way. You start
Mm.
buying all the small stuff, and then, but it depends, right? Depends how you
That,
do. It doesn't matter. It's a journey, right? It takes years, decades to get there.
Everybody's in such a hurry to get everything so fast. I'm like, I got plenty. Got my whole life to get everything. So, But that Death Star Gunner, the character, he's climbing on people's Black Series list of most wanted.
Yeah.
He's starting to get up there, especially since this past year. A lot of people's top 5 have been knocked off. Have been checked
I
out.
collect Black Series. Okay, I don't have any on my list this year. Last year there would have been a bunch of top 10s, but for 2024, I didn't buy too much Black Series this year because I had everything that I wanted. But the original 96, those should be done by now. They're way too slow, and that's one thing Hasbro should be doing is they should be having these on these cards, like
Well,
the
maybe
40th anniversary.
Maybe in a
They
couple
should have
of years
40th.
for the 50th, maybe we'll get a
for the
nice
50th of A New Hope.
Yeah, but that's it's so stupid. Like, do it now, because a lot of us guys were getting older too. Like the guys that were around when these were on the pegs, like myself, and Dave, and
you got
Matt,
maybe 10 more years
Gary.
of selling those.
Yeah, you're wasting time, and the way they release them, I mean, it's anyways, I don't want to rant about some of the Hasbro stuff. We'll be here for hours of missed opportunities, right? But I feel for the Black Series collectors,
Yeah.
All right, Arthur, what do we got?
Yes.
Number 8 now.
Number 8. This one, it's a pretty easy one. Chancellor Palpatine.
Oh yeah.
He's their biggest thing, Hasbro. I would say their biggest thing is their hoods. So I kind of was interested how this would look with the plastic hood with the soft goods, and I think they did pretty well on this one. I like his pointing finger. So I have him displayed with him telling somebody something, and yeah, it's a good one.
And he also comes with the lightning hands too.
He did. I forgot to grab him when I was racing around trying to get on here before you started, and all of a sudden I was like, I missed one. Not that I need to have it physically in person, but it's just anyway. But you definitely need a couple more Chancellor Palpatine, Senator Palpatines.
Yeah, at least one.
Would love to get all his variations. Maybe in episode 3 before he gets electrocuted, But it's a good figure. So,
Mace. Yeah, we won't get into Hasbro right now. We'll save that for another time. Spoiler alert: Eric says Dave will know number 1 is unquestionably Black Series Hammerhead. Yes, that is a spoiler because that is my number 1, Eric. But we'll get to that.
We shall see.
And that's my should have been.
Yeah.
Because GameStop's being GameStop.
I feel if Amazon was quicker with Brutus for me, he would be up there. But he's going to be in next year. He's marked to ship out sometime in January, so we'll see.
Really? Yeah. See, I'm still waiting on Whim. Yeah, Whim's the last one I need from.
I only got Brutus and Jod. I didn't get any kids. Yeah.
Really?
Well, I only got Jod because I thought he looked like somebody that would be in the cantina, so I threw him in the cantina.
Right.
He's leaning on the bar.
Hey, Mace's comment here is about the 3-pack with Maul and Kenobi and Qui-Gon, the Black Series. Did any of you guys get that?
I didn't get the 3-pack. No.
I looked at it at GameStop. I held it in my hand.
Backwards.
I was going to say, Matt, you got it, didn't you?
Yeah, mine's right up there. Yeah, the hood sits on Maul very well.
Okay.
Yes.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, because I didn't have Padawan Obi-Wan, so I grabbed that set. And I like Maul a lot. I've got 4 Mauls up there now. I don't mind having, a bunch of Mauls. But that's a pretty cool set.
I'll save my comments for Maul in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn. Let's see. Well, since we're talking about Maul, I'm going to throw him in here. I'm not sure if this is my number 8 or not. He might be a little bit higher, but I am going to go with the SDCC exclusive Maul with his Sith speeder here, whatever they call this thing, the Bloodfin. I really enjoyed this set. I had a lot of fun posing him around. When you get the figure out and you start doing different poses on the turntable, whatever, and there was just so many ways you could pose him and make him look cool with his, with the saber or the binoculars or the droid or whatever. So I think this is a great release this year. One of my favorite pickups for the year, and probably should be a little higher on my list than 8, but that's where I'm putting it tonight. So yeah, this is a great set. I love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what I like about that scene is, he's only got his single lightsaber out. So when we see him a little bit later in the movie with the double blade, it was that much cooler. But yeah, that was a good scene.
Yeah. I love to pose him with riding the speeder with his one blade out, like he's just sweeping the desert. That's how I like to have him posed on my shelf.
That's cool.
It's a great set.
Nice.
All right, who are we over to? Gary.
All right. Well, now this is figures I've bought this year. There are a few that I haven't gotten that I would love, that would easily trump a few of these, but it would be our Mundi.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Ironically, I bought a head from Outer Rim Traders. I was going to make a custom of this guy, and it's still sitting over there. But when they announced that they were going to do this figure, that head's still sitting over there. It's not going to get made. So I just bought this one instead, and this is a great figure. The butterfly joints are great. I thought he'd be a little taller, but it's a great. It looks good. It's a good figure. And hopefully we'll get some more Jedi with butterfly joints and shoulders.
Mhm.
Yeah. What are the ones they pipelined that are really good? What's the girl? Oh, totally.
Shakti and Luminara
Shakti.
and Dooley are coming out
Yeah.
next spring or summer.
Those are great. That's great.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to get some of those. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Egghead. Yeah.
Egghead. Yeah.
Just have a big old cone-headed man.
I didn't realize he had
our
hair.
favorite.
I didn't.
Our favorite what?
A little
Two
ponytail
brains?
back there. Yeah.
But they have dual brains or something like that. Our favorite two brain Jedi.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if it's canon or not or something like that. They have like two. That's why their head just. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat.
Two brains and Kiadi Mundi. Huh.
I think so. Yeah.
And like
That sounds right.
And 10 wives.
Yeah,
something like that.
Really?
Yeah, I think at least he was the only Jedi that was able to, reproduce
because his species is dwindling. So
I'd have to accuse him of having half a brain if he had 10 wives.
yeah, that's funny.
Tales of the Jedi comics. All right, I'll have to check that out.
Oh, well, there it is.
Oh, nice.
There you go. That's where it's from. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, Matt, number 8
All
for
right.
you.
Matt,
So my number 8 is just like Arthur's, and that is Darth Sidious. I was excited that they finally started a Revenge of the Sith line. There he is. I'm sorry I didn't get any of my figures down. I feel bad. But yeah, Darth Sidious, the mix of plastic as well as cloth, I think works pretty well. I don't like cloth hoods, 99% of the time.
Some of them are awful.
Having the plastic hood, the sculpt is great. Now, yes, the head is trapped, but it's still a cool figure, and I'm really anxious to see where the Revenge of the Sith line goes.
Yeah,
Plus
a lot of possibilities.
Yoda, right? Yoda came out, so
Yeah.
Yoda. Speaking of Yoda, that was one I skipped on because I just didn't need another clone. No offense to cloners, but I didn't need another clone. I'm like, especially one that wasn't even. I don't even know where he's from. It's like
obscure. Yeah.
Obscure. So I was like, I'm holding out that they single release Yoda somehow.
I'm sure they will. Yeah. I'm sure they will.
I was like, I'll give him. I'll have
All right.
Print a chair.
Going back to Nick. Nick, you're up. We're at number 7 now.
Ready?
All right.
It's number 7 for me.
What
you got?
Oh, yes. Push that button again.
What does the button do except make noise?
It lights up the LED on the nose. The red
Makes
LED.
nice, horrible. Got a little Luke X-wing pilot in there.
That's cool.
Did you just got this, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So fix this one back up.
That's on my list to get
couple
eventually. A good TVC X-wing would be cool.
Yeah, like not to brag, but I have one of them already. Actually, they're re-releasing that very soon, so you get another opportunity to get one.
Cool.
Hey, Wiz, your friend Lack Sivrak is in the chat.
What's up, Lack?
Hey, Lack.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for popping in.
So that Kenner X-Wing is one of my favorite toys. I had that as a kid, and I remember the day that my friend stepped on it and broke the wings. And I was
oh, what a brat!
Oh,
but it's such a simple toy. That's all it does. You push the button on the back, and it lights up the LED and makes that whining, annoying sound like a laser. And then the
R2 head makes the wings
you
pop
press
out.
the R2 down.
Yeah.
Now some of these come with like a real more chromed dome. The Palatoy version doesn't have any electronics. It's more of a simpler version. I think this is like the 83 version, but anyways, I'll have to show the other the 78
Oh, there it
to
goes.
80, 82 version. It's a little more whiter and cleaner. This is kind of grayish. This might even be the battle damage version. I'm not even sure. But I think you get the stickers with it. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Yeah, and the canopy is a darker, cloudier plastic there on the one you've got.
Yeah. Yes. Good eye.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a great pickup. That's awesome. All right. Who's next? We got Arthur.
So this one, I put him on my bottom 5. Pretty much my bottom 5 are kind of, but I put him in my bottom 5 because of the mold. This was my first new clone body figure.
Oh, okay.
And I put him there, put him on just because obviously the new clone body is great. And he was my first, and I just couldn't, when I got him, I just couldn't put him down, to be honest. He was my most surprising of this year that I enjoyed. I just kept, posing him, and the articulation's great. And the one thing that stood out to me was that this is a different piece. The chest piece, the overlay. It's in more of an overlay. I wish I grabbed the other one, but this one, it actually looks like there's a guy inside. Where the other one, the old mold, they were way too skinny. At least the shoulders were like, way too skinny for me. He is as the out of the basement boys say, he is a chinner. But, it's he, like I said, he was just a surprising one to me. I kind of was like, oh, I'll pick up that 2-pack. Why not? And I kind of wanted 2 Ahsoka clones next to Ahsoka. That's why I got him. And then, he was surprising. And the knee, I like how the knee.
The knee pad is better.
It's not attached here, so you could get him.
Yeah.
It kind of moves around and it kind of floats around a little bit, but I do like how it's not attached, and you can have him actually kneeling down on it, like if you have him in kneeling position. And let me get my hand out of the way. And that's about it. Just he was a surprising one to me.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So
it's cool.
Number 7.
Yeah.
Number 7. Does that push it over to me?
Yep.
Well, I also had on my list Black Series droid, which Gary shared, but I have R5 here.
There he is.
R5D4. And
With
I got this. I think I got it in January or February at Walmart, and I paid full price for it, and I was happy to do so because I was just so excited for the new droids to be coming in the line. And then, of course, the other pack came out later, which I bought that one too. So I actually have 2 R5s. But yeah, I got to say that the Black Series droids are great. So
yeah,
very happy that they've been adding those to the line, and hopefully they do a bunch more.
Yeah, I love their the R2 they've done. I haven't picked up that one yet. No.
I lost one of the dome pieces, the little blue parts.
Oh no!
It all of a sudden it was not there. So
it's gone.
Yeah, it's a vacuum.
I have.
Does anybody have a SH Figure Arts or Mayfex to compare them?
No, I don't.
I have all of them actually, Gary. Yeah.
And what do you like the best?
I like the Black Series one. I did a video on my channel on.
I thought I remember that.
And I compare the R2 to the Mayfex, the SH Figure Arts, the Bandai model kit, to the old Black Series and the new Black Series. And it's really the new Hasbro one is kind of I think the best because it takes some of the features from the model kit and some of the features from SH Figure Arts and combines it into there. I mean, they literally stole some of the features, I think, the way, and then they engineered that awesome accessory storage. So I think it's the best one out there now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see side-by-side comparisons in that video I did, if anybody wants to see that.
Yeah, I've got 3 of the Black Series R2s and then the Bandai model kit, and they scale perfectly.
And the accessories from the model kit fit the ports for the new Hasbro ones. So you can take some of those accessories that Hasbro hasn't done yet and put them into your Hasbro droids if you have old model kits. Like the little buzzsaw blade, and there's a couple other things.
Yeah, so. I haven't tried that. Cool. That's good.
Yeah, Hasbro kept the same diameter for their
holes.
Accessories as the model kit. So.
No, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's a perfect astromech.
Yep. All right, who's up? Gary.
Gary.
All right, I might get in trouble for the, but get some flack for this one. But I just got this the other day, and it's my favorite Star Wars character. And I'm not big on the gimmick, the carbonized figures. I think Vader's the only carbonized figure I have, but I got the
Nice.
and this is I need that the thing that Luke,
The dais?
Peter Luke has.
Yeah.
I need to buy that so I could print it for this guy. And I think I did get the Darth Maul Holocron figure too, because he's my second favorite. But I had to fit this one in there somewhere. I think it's probably isn't this like the old black or red line number 43?
The one with the helmet, the electrocuted helmet thing.
No, that was the Walgreens exclusive.
Yeah.
This one I think was the first New Hope.
Yeah.
Red line.
That's
number 43.
Yeah, the A New Hope body. Yeah.
But that was a decent Vader, though. That was a good.
Yeah, it looked good. It just it's not as articulated as the newer versions, but but it's just going to stand there and glow every now and then.
He just stands there anyway. Yeah.
When you turn off the lights and you turn that on, what were you satisfied with how it lit up, or would you think it was lacking? I mean, how would you describe?
Oh, it's lacking, but it is what it is. The bottom half of them lights up great.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's I think it'd be hard to get the whole thing to light up. They'd probably have to run a bunch of lights up the back side of the figure to get it to light up.
Yeah, some sort of piping or something.
Yeah. Does Maul light up any better, or is it basically the same?
No, he's about the same. But he is a lot smaller. When they're side by side, you'd be surprised at how much smaller the Maul figure is next to a Darth Vader figure. Of course, Ray Park's a huge guy.
I was messing around with my Vader.
Sure.
And I had him on the dais, that the control panel thing, and I almost wish they made them 3 3/4 so that there was a little, because whenever they have the hologram, they're usually actually pretty small on it. So I'm like, I almost wish they did a 3 3/4 one. It would actually fit better in that respect. But
yeah, that would probably work a lot better.
Well, I have my 3 3/4 Emperor hologram in my Black Series display.
Do you?
Yeah, and it works great. I have it on a little table, and it fits the scale great. And I've got all the officers and Vader around it. So you can pick those up real cheap.
I have now that I think about it, in my garage, I think I got one because I got a Saga Collection droid. I forget what droid it is, just to throw in the Jabba display, just as a random droid. Yeah. And it came with a little hologram, and I can't remember. I want to say it's Yoda or something like that. So I'll have to look at that. I'll have to look into that. That might look good.
Well, David, did you print did you get the Land Speeder Luke thing for the little table, the light to sit down into?
No, but in my display, I've got that fluorescent light shining down, so it lights up that translucent figure fine from the light on the ceiling. So I just have it on a plastic table thing I have.
Well, he has a print that the little light up base fits down into it.
Oh yeah, I've seen his. Yeah,
and man, that looks cool.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll have to get one of those someday. From right now, it's working good for me with the light overhead. It's having the same effect.
Well, it doesn't change the lighting; it just changes the display.
Oh yeah, the table itself. Yeah.
Mm.
All right, Matt, back to you.
All right, so my number 7 is the Yoda from the Yoda and Grease set.
Okay.
It's properly scaled, and that alternate head is just hard to beat. The angry Yoda. Where is he? He's right there. He's somewhere over there. Yeah, right there. You can see his green saber. Just a fun figure. Just awesome. And the chair. The chair is a nice accessory. Don't think I'll use it, but it's nice to have. But that Yoda is just so good.
Chef's kiss, yeah.
So yeah, that's my number 7.
That's great pickup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus the chair.
The chair.
I don't know. Yeah, I think most people are going to have him holding the saber with that angry face.
Yeah, it just looks so good.
Yeah. All right, Nick.
It's super
coming back to you.
approachable too. The articulation on that little figure is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, number 6 for Nick. What is that?
Nice.
Imperial TIE Fighter vehicle.
So tell us about this, because even I don't know
Yeah.
much about this.
Yeah. What is that?
This is the micro collection. It's
Oh.
1982. A beautiful line, pretty damn cool, and it's the battle damage version. So I don't know if it's coming through not very clear there, but
Yeah, I
TIE
kind of see the
Fighter
wing.
pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the damage on the wing.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to get the glare
Yeah.
out of there. There it is. How's that?
That's
cool.
better. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was that made? You said 82?
Yep, 1982. You know, the micro collection.
Yeah.
You guys didn't get any of these when you guys were kids?
I did not. No.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's
I wasn't born.
it's kind of a mistake. You know, I remember seeing it. I had a few pieces and stuff like that from it, but you know, it's just like kids' budgets are only so big. It was actually an excellent
Face
line,
shot
but
is here. Hey, John.
you know, when you're competing with Kenner, you know, with you know, the 3 3/4 and you know their 12-inch line, so, you know, there's only so much budget and so much you can purchase back then, right?
You said it was Kenner that made that?
Yeah, this is it says right on the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't notice the Kenner logo.
yeah,
Oh,
sorry. I
yeah,
don't
there
know
it
if
is. Oh, you're actually a little clearer now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
That's
you go.
funny.
Sorry.
That's neat.
And who's
Very
the guy that is that a
It's a TIE Fighter pilot, right?
is that
Like a
TIE
little
Fighter?
minifigure.
TIE Fighter
You
pilot.
almost looked like you almost looked like one of Jabba's goons or something to me for a second there. I was like,
Yeah.
that doesn't make sense.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like it.
Those are kind of on my
Yeah.
second tier list, Nick. Like if I run out of regular Kenner collecting, and I might go into that just for fun, but I don't have any of those actually.
Well, you got to change that, man. You got to keep
Yeah,
up
I
with the
guess I do.
Joneses. I'm
Something else to collect.
kidding, but no, but that's true though. It's like, you know, you're concentrating on the 3 3/4. Maybe you'll get like the odd 12-inch Kenner or something like that, but just the 3 3/4 Kenner, that's a huge wheelhouse, right? So very rarely do people even complete that to move on to that. But
Right.
you know, this is one that I will. You know, that and the die cast. I do like the die cast stuff too, right? So.
Hmm.
That's one of my favorite pieces because it's the battle damage TIE Fighter, and obviously they got that from you know, from Empire Strikes Back, and you know, some great scenes there in the asteroid belt, you know. So kind of brings me back to that. So that's one of my favorite pieces this year.
Nice. Brent has 2 pilots but no tie.
2 pilots,
nice.
but nothing for them to fly. That's too bad.
Cool.
Hmm.
That's the pilots are probably rare. Right? I mean, you can probably find the vehicles for them, and
Yeah, everybody loses the little tiny figures.
Was that
Yeah.
was that sealed, Nick, or is it?
it's actually open, so I could take it apart, but I'd have to get the table and
No,
Yeah.
I was just curious.
yeah, it's got the stickers and everything. It's not. It's basically unused contents. So you know,
Cool.
Oh, something different.
All right,
Well,
Arthur,
mine-
you're up.
Yep. So number 6. I was just looking at both this one and the next one, kind of going back and forth, and I was about to change them, but Glavis Ringworld Mando, it's a good upgrade. You know, he's got obviously the black saber. He's got this cape, which I have a love-hate relationship with soft goods. I understand the articulation and stuff, but it never sits 100% the way I like it, and doesn't look realistic to me. That's just my opinion, but you know, I understand why it's such a good benefit. But like, to me, it's just, I don't know why. I'm a little finicky like that, but yeah, he's a great upgrade, and comes with a little itty bitty little knife, and he was one I forgot that he even came out this year, and I saw him on the list of somebody's, and
It was funny
I was
because
like, oh Yeah. I'll throw him on there.
I had him on
Scribble
my
him down.
23 list because I think I got him like right around December in end of 23.
Yeah,
I think some people did get them in
got-
23.
Yeah.
And then some orders did bleed into 2024. Like I got mine this year. So
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
remember when I probably got mine last year, but oh well.
yeah, I think
That's
it's.
fine.
I'm pretty sure it's a 2024 figure. I
He
think.
was right at this time last year, so it's kind of bled into.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's a good one. Number 6. 6. Yeah, 6.
Yeah.
Mace is asking if that's the Mando or Boba version. That's from the Mandalorian.
This is
That's
the
Boba.
the Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, Book of Boba Fett was the episodes. Okay. Well,
Yes, because
Yeah. I just looked. It's a 23 figure.
is it?
Is it?
Okay.
okay. All right. Good.
Huh.
But most of us didn't get it until 24.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
fine. It's kind of like the Brutus. This Brutus will be on somebody's 24, some people's 25.
Right.
That's
You know,
fun.
I like capes and cloaks, but his cape or whatever it is, I wonder what it actually looks like, because it always seems like it's draped over one shoulder, but what's its purpose? It
It's just
seems
there.
Look
odd
cool.
that he has that on.
Keeps him warm at night, Gary.
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It looks neat.
intimidating. It's intimidating somehow.
That's right. Anyone with a cape means business.
It's a fashion statement.
Hmm
Yeah.
All right. Who's up? Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Yeah, it's your
I'm
turn.
grabbing Kenner stuff off my shelf
He's
behind
trying to
me.
grab some.
All right. I'm going to show one of my favorite pickups this year was this little brown snake
Oh
Yoda.
yeah.
Nice.
Let me get bigger here. How do I do this?
With his-
So this is the Kenner figure with the brown snake, which is most of the snakes are orange. Brown one's a little bit more rare, so just a little more expensive. But I found this at that flea market earlier this summer. Had to pay good money for it, but it was pretty nice to find it, and I was very excited to add to my collection because it was one of my
Oh, fun.
grail items for loose
He's got a
figures.
funny little smirk on him.
Yeah, he does. He's
funny smirk and the bug eyes. He looks like Seer from Fallen Order.
yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That's big. Bug-eyed
And then
Yoda.
fun, I'm going to
That's
show
awesome, though.
my jumbo Yoda. I'm 2 for 1. So
Dang,
there's my jumbo
my.
Yoda I also got this year. Which
He's
also
huge.
was-
that's hilarious.
It's almost life size.
yeah, this thing's
Kind of.
thing's big.
Wow.
So
He's got that crazy guy too.
I
but
know.
I love
That's
it.
beautiful.
That's just wild.
I picked up some good jumbo.
Yeah, the
figures.
gentle giants are awesome.
Yeah, they're fun.
That's super cool.
Yep.
Love it.
Oh,
All right.
John wants to get. Yeah, not tonight,
Come on
John,
in.
because we're already halfway through our list, so we're gonna keep pushing through. But another time, my friend.
Well, Matt's got to be gone at like 10:30, so maybe.
Yeah, actually,
maybe
John, if you
Yeah.
want to pop in a little in about a half an hour, maybe.
Yeah, he can take my spot. Yeah, because I do
Yeah.
have to bug out around 10:30 or so.
So let's keep this train and rolling here, trucking along. Who's next? Gary.
Yeah, Gary's up.
Gary?
All right. What are we? Number 6.
Yeah.
All right. Now this guy has already been. We've already seen him once, but I wasn't so excited about this particular figure as much as I was
Orlando.
that they recast or sculpted the figure, made him the right height. So hopefully we can get an IG-11 and other IG droids of an accurate height. And once this came out, I did some research, and this is actually the correct size. So I think SH Figure Arts and Mafex, theirs might be a little taller, but those are too big. I'm kind of a Black Series purist. So anytime I could justify the Black Series world, and this is one of them, this is the correct size. So I'm looking forward to a lot of IG droids in the future. Ones that don't have little aliens embedded in the chest.
Living in their chests.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good set. It's
It
a fun
is.
figure. It's
It
a
is.
fun figure, and the scale, like you said, the scale is pretty spot on.
The head, everything about it looks great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to some more IG droids.
Go back to your Happy Meal toys, John.
All right, Matt, you're up.
All right. So my number 6, once again, is just like Arthur's, is Glavis Ringworld Mando.
Okay.
Just like you mentioned, an excellent upgrade to the previous version. You know, the cloth cape was badly needed. You know, the fact that he can have the cape and the jetpack on at the same time. He holds the Darksaber well. The knife, it's just there, but it's an awesome figure. Love that one.
Yeah, it's food for the vacuum or the
Mhm.
carpet monster.
Yeah, it'll just vanish if you drop it. You'll never see it again.
I keep it right in his boot.
Yeah,
At
that's
least-
where mine stays.
Unlike, was it the Cara Dune? She has a knife, doesn't have a spot for it. This one actually.
No,
I
she
feel like
did
it just-
on her lower leg.
Yeah, it goes in her lower leg.
I feel like it didn't really, it could kind of go there, but this one actually has a little extension
Mhm.
where it fits snugly in there just right.
Yeah.
But,
And it's safe.
yeah. So,
So everybody's
that's my
saying
number
that's
6.
the definitive 6-inch Mando these days.
yeah.
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah,
hard.
because some of the imports, the helmet is undersized or the proportions are just off.
Yeah.
On some of the imports, they just don't look good. You know, for that price point.
Orlando.
If you look at a lot of the figures, if you look at where those the helmet sits on the shoulders, and you try to picture somebody actually being underneath there,
Mhm.
a lot of figures don't look right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what like I was saying. A lot of the clone troopers. That's like you look at the frame of the person that's going to be in that armor.
Mhm.
It's like
They must have
He's a
really
twig.
long necks.
he's a twig. His shoulders are only about like this far apart. It's like,
Yeah. It should look
So-
like a guy in a suit.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, moving along. Nick.
Next,
Yep. Nick, number
Okay.
5.
number 5.
You guys ready?
Numero 5.
Ready. Bring the
All
fire.
right.
Nick's always got something interesting.
Oh, man.
There he is.
Yeah. So there's one of
graded?
my
Oh.
absolute favorites
What's it graded?
back in 84, 85. So it feels like it's the 40th. I feel like I'm in 1984, 85.
Yeah.
Right now,
It's my favorite
you
year.
know?
Cool. Is that one graded?
Blaster. Yeah, this one's graded. It's also an 80 grade. I think it got on the bubble in 85, the figure 85, and the card was an 80. So they just give it an 80. It probably should be an 80 plus, I would think. But anyways, that's AFA Action Figure America's grading scale. So really nice. And here's a loose version, which is this figure is absolutely mint. I would think it's about close to a 90, and it's got the blaster in the back there. You can kind of see that. Pretty cool. The only drawback on this figure back then was, if you remember, we got the Leia, Endor, the removable helmet, and this one doesn't have a removable helmet, which is, kind of, it's like, I don't know why they didn't do that, but so that was probably the negative of the figure. There was a lot of complaints back then. I remember that. So
That's cool.
it's beautiful. It's still beautiful, and I love the card back, on it too. It's an excellent image, and it looks so cool. It's one of my favorites.
Cool. So
From all
AFA
the
is
whole
the grader.
Yes, AFA action figure, and for the people in the chat, usually AFA demands more of a price. Like, I'm not like huge on this stuff. Like, I mean, it just happened. A friend of mine was selling it and had it graded. So,
That's the
it's just like,
Association of Funny Asses.
yeah.
I don't know why I said that. Yeah, that's cool though. That's super cool.
The that's another last 17 figure too. So that's one of the more rare Kenner figures. And most Kenner figures you can get complete for $20-$40, but like that Luke is probably a $250 or $300 figure. If he's got the blaster.
Yeah.
So that's the difference in price.
USD.
And that's just loose. Forget carded or graded. You're talking over $1,000, I'm sure, for the carded figure. So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
You know what? If you're in the US, since most people are from the US on here, I would say you could probably get like a carded one for like $500-$600 US. But if it's graded, they always charge a lot more. So
Yep.
but it saves you if you're not really sure whether it's completely authentic. that's a pretty good safeguard. So you got to justify the price, but sometimes you can pick them up for a good deal. So you just look for them, and if that figure's special to you, then on card or loose or whatever, go out there and get one.
America's
I know
friend.
John would definitely rip that. He would crack the case and rip it right off the card. That's because he's crazy.
All right, Arthur, what do you got next?
Mine, number 5. So this one, I don't know if he deserves to be so high, but Gatti Mundi, great
Gatti
figure.
It's not the same as mine. That's good.
Yeah.
So what do you like about the figure?
Just a great. Probably what stands out is the head sculpt. It's just a great. You got the ponytail. You got a little bit of paint for the there. I mean, he just looks good standing up there with Mace and all of his buddies. Or you have him in the episode 2 kind of area. I have him on my great land speeder Luke hexagon stance.
Nice. Nice.
So,
cool.
yeah, it's a good one. Let's put him up here.
All right. I'm going to show off something here you guys are not going to expect from me, because it's Black Series. It's not Black Series. It is Star Wars. Here we go. I just picked this up last week.
Oh,
It's
Cool.
the TVC Vintage Collection Blurg with
That's
Mando
great.
on it. And
Wow.
I really like this thing. This is really cool. So Mando's
That's pretty
falling
sweet.
off. Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't
a
have
awesome.
rocker. Mando doesn't have rocker ankles. I heard that's a big hang up for some.
It is if you want him on the ground posing, but if he's on the riding on it, it's not a big deal, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure.
For me, I'm not a stickler on those kind of things with the TVC line. I just
Neither
like the
am I.
creature. It's the sculpt is
I am.
great, articulation, the paint, everything's really good. So
That's neat. The blur
They would
is
make a killing.
way bigger than I thought it would be.
Black Series.
yeah,
Yeah.
um,
Doable.
I do want to show a comparison. They did the blurg in the Mission Fleet line, the little kids line. That's this.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
You can see
Good,
Oh, wow.
good
kind of
comparison.
compared.
It's like a baby blurg.
Yeah. But of course, Gary's got the 6-inch Black Series ones, which are about 12, 13 inches long or something like that. 3D
Yeah,
print.
and the sculpt it's close.
Yeah.
It's a little more dinosaur-y looking than
This is like straight off the screen. I mean, I love this thing.
Yeah.
It's great. So this is
That
selling
does
for
look really good.
$40, and you get the carded Mando, which is unpunched, and you get the the blurg. And I bought 2 of them. I haven't opened this one, but I got them at GameStop. That's where I'm finding them in the States.
Hmm.
And I was able to
There you
do that buy 2 get 1 deal at GameStop last week. So I got basically a free
Sweet.
blurg. So
Wow.
it's pretty good.
Hopefully they make one for the Ewoks movie, because that's where I
Yeah.
think it was. That's where the character, the
Yeah, I
Blur.
saw that. I didn't know that's where. I didn't know that's where they're originally from.
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's in
John,
the second
John got
one.
it too. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I've
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The battle for Endor. Yeah,
I didn't know them that well.
That's some
Yeah, you didn't know
characters
Mission
in-
Fleet had one, huh, Mace?
Yeah.
Mission Fleet gets all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, that surprised me, but I'm going to put it in my top 10 for this year because that's pretty cool. And I don't even collect TVC, but that was a great. I just really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it looks like a really fun set. I've seen a couple of them out in stores. They do look really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, Gary.
Gary?
All right, I'm gonna stray from Star Wars a little here, and just so you guys know, the even the MonsterVerse is has repaints. So there's a couple of my Godzilla figures I picked up this year, Haya Toys.
Only Hasbro repaints figures.
This one's from King of Monsters when he was fighting Ghidorah, and this is Godzilla or Kong versus Godzilla. Can't remember what scene that was, but this is what I've been spending my money on.
Awesome.
Super cool.
So you said you have 10 of those kind of figures now?
Yeah, I think I've got 4 Godzillas, a Rodan, Mothra, a Skullcrawler, one Kong, and a couple of Ghidorahs that are up on my list too.
I just watched the Kong
Very cool.
Godzilla movie, whatever the one is where they go into like and Mothra's in it. The new movie.
The
It was
Hollow
fun.
Earth, yeah. I think that's the Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah,
No.
it was good.
That was I can't remember the name of that one, but there's a lot of figures coming out for that movie.
Yeah,
soon.
I watched it with my 9-year-old son, and he loved it. We loved it. It was great.
Godzilla X Kong, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
It's good. You watch it for what it is.
Yeah, it's just a fun action movie.
Yeah.
Fun, monsters fighting. Yeah.
It's the carnage. The final battle in that particular movie takes place in where is it? Somewhere in South America. But where the Jesus big statue.
That's Brazil, I think.
Oh yeah,
right?
Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
the Christ the Redeemer statue. Yeah.
Yes, that one.
Yeah,
So,
Brazil. Yeah.
The human life that is taken in that movie and that scene has got to be phenomenal. But you just never think about it. I mean, they're just knocking hotels down and everything in sight. And I know there's
It's like somebody had to be in that hotel.
yes, a lot of
Without
people
it.
dying
They
here, and
evacuated the whole city and then they fought
First, and then
Yeah.
they destroyed it.
Yeah.
then we're okay with that.
That is hilarious. You have to check that out.
Hey, Matt.
It's good.
Yes.
I think it's your turn, right?
Yes,
you wanna
it is.
run
Number
down the
5.
rest of your list because I know you got to leave in about 10 minutes. You want to hang in there?
I can. Well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
We'll, maybe go one more round since
Okay.
it's only 10:20. But my number 5, I have the Phase 1 clone, and it's kind of interchangeable with the Phase 2 clone, but the new
That's
clone body.
The plain
just-
white clone, the basic.
Yeah, just the plain old Phase 1. It's an excellent army builder. The sculpt is great. The articulation's great. It looks like a guy in a suit. It's just a fantastic figure. I was blown away
Cool.
at how good they are.
I keep hearing
Yeah,
that. I
it
haven't
was-
picked it up yet.
There was those new clone bodies were surprising for me. Yeah.
They're just
I
great.
was like, oh yeah, these are.
It's just great. Even changing from an elbow swivel to a bicep swivel just adds so much when you're trying to, pose
Get
it
him
with their
Actually, have the
blasters
gun up like they would actually
Up
be holding
in
it.
his shoulder. It just looks great.
Yeah.
And like says, he likes the Phase 1. Yeah, I've always loved the Phase 1 helmet.
It's cool. It's just a cool look.
I just think they look meaner, more intimidating.
Looks like
So
the
that's-
rocket. They always looked like the Rocketeer to me.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Has that look?
Yeah. I don't know. They just look great. Yeah. So that's my number 5.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Nick, back to you. What are we on now? Is it number 4?
4.
Top 4. We should be seeing some
number
really
4,
cool
we're
stuff.
getting
None of this
all right.
crappy last 17 stuff.
Now we're
Two of
getting
them
to
are
it.
going to be the same.
Oh,
sweet.
Star Interceptor.
man. Wow.
That's awesome.
Now, why is this one so special to you, Nick?
Well, I think it's one of the best vehicles they did. I love the packaging on it.
Mhm.
And I love the vehicle. I loved the TIE Interceptor. I thought it was so cool in Jedi. So it was one that I always absolutely loved. I got a bunch of them loose, and getting one with a box is in really good shape. On my Instagram channel, I kind of laid it out, and I've done a review on it, so you can check that out if you want.
Yeah, that's an
Number
awesome
one
piece.
fantastic reviews out there.
Fantastic.
But
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I love that.
just-
I love it.
So is
Some
that
people
just
have their
was that
favorite
just the
ship.
box, or is there an actual?
Oh.
Is there an actual ship in there?
yeah, no, it's in there.
Yeah,
It's all
I think-
content.
I
it's all
think
brand
there's just a
new.
potato in there.
Pick up a box off eBay. Just the box.
Yeah.
It feels like it's in there.
Yeah,
All right,
That's
so
great
my
pickup. That's awesome.
That's cool.
All right,
my
Arthur,
number-
what's on
my
yours?
number 4 is one of my favorite characters from Phantom Menace is Darth Maul. And like we said before, just how good. Now I picked this one over the speeder bike one with the cape. I do like the hood on the one with the speeder bike. It sits nice. Being a cloth goods, it's not sitting there weird, and like I feel like it sits nicely. But I picked this one just because this is it's during the Duel of the Fates scene, and I like the skirt. I'm glad they went with the hard skirt on this, because sometimes the skirt kind of sits there. The skirt on that one, if you lift up the cape, it doesn't sit right to me, and I'm kind of that's why I'm more of a proponent of hard goods sometimes, just because it looks a little better to me. This one, the skirt would be sitting there flapping in the breeze constantly to me. It would bug me. It bugs me. I understand some people don't really care about that, but yeah, and also he's got flat feet. He doesn't have roller feet. He actually stands up.
As opposed to the original release.
Funny fact, just before they pipelined him, I picked up locally an archive Darth Maul. Got him home. So you're welcome for this one, because that's like the third time that's happened.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at you, Bosch Leia, as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's great, and the blood fin and all that whole setup. And also I felt like, to compare that blood fin with all his accessories and stuff wasn't fair to kind of some of the other figures. So that's also kind of why I picked the single release,
Yeah.
So number 4. And these top 4 or 5 to me are kind of like fluid. They kind of, sometimes they'll be like this. Sometimes I feel like sometimes this would be my number 1.
And they're interchangeable.
They're interchangeable. Yeah.
Yeah.
As of
Cool.
now, that's
Nice.
All
Nice.
right. Number 4 for me is going to be Captain Brutus.
Brutus.
That's what we're talking about. Look at that.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
this is the pirate captain from Skeleton Crew. It's the only figure I picked up from the Skeleton Crew. I don't have any of the kids yet or anything. I've
Look
seen
at
him.
all those guns.
I haven't picked them. Yeah, he's got
5
3
blasters.
3 blasters there, and then the other 2 on his hip. So I thought like the face is kind of a dark color, but he's actually does have a lot of paint on him. He just kind of blends. It kind of all blends together because he's got the dark grays and browns.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
How are those eyes?
his eyes are kind of a red color.
Do they?
They're nice.
I can't wait to open mine.
And he's just fun. It's a good.
Yeah,
good
it just
character.
looks like a tremendous figure. But again, I wanted to review all 6 of the Skeleton Crew together, so that's why he's still in the box. But
yeah,
he looks great.
And I actually ordered him from Pulse, and they lost it. They lost my order. They had to refund me because it got stuck in shipping somewhere. But then I found him at GameStop last week. So GameStop for the
There you
win.
go.
Somebody.
Nice.
Somebody. At
Good
UPS
recovery.
Yeah,
Dang.
Hasbro actually credited me back, so good for them.
Yeah, Hasbro's actually pretty good with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, their customer service is not bad. It's just I hate their app and their website.
Eric says, haven't seen the show, but I like the figure. Should I order one? Yes, you should order one because I know you like Cantina aliens, Eric. So
Yeah.
you would like the Wolfman dude.
And here's to hoping they make it was it Laxivrak, the Cantina one?
Yeah.
There were 2 of them, right? What's the other one? Yeah, and then
Yeah, I can't remember the other name. Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
I forget the species name, but yeah, this is a great figure.
Shistavanen,
Yeah,
Look at you.
I think. I don't know why I know that, but yeah, Shistavanen. Yeah.
all right, Gary, back to you.
All right, so number 4. My top 4, 3 are Star Wars. So this one's gonna pop up, I think, several times going forward.
Yeah,
And
Oh,
man,
yeah.
this is just a cool figure. It poses great. It looks phenomenal. I think Black Series, they really knocked this out of the park. And I think we can get I think there's a couple more renditions of Super Battle Droid that they can do for us. I didn't get the other one that was dirty. Is that the one that had C-3PO?
Yeah.
Yeah, I skipped that.
I don't know. That was just weird. That multi-pack. But this is like I said, it's a great figure. This is could easily probably be number, 3, 1, 2, or 3. But I got him at 4 because of the other ones I got here,
Nice.
or at least for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, what do you got?
It's a good one. All right, so it is 10:30. So if you don't mind, I may just rattle off my last 4, if that's okay.
Please do.
Come on.
So number 4, once again, Art and I are thinking alike. I have Darth Maul, and I'm gonna have to agree with who said that? Mace Windu said the 3-pack Maul, and then the speeder, and then the single, because the 3-pack Maul is basically the single release, but you get a cloak. And the speeder, of course, you get the speeder. Where is he? There he is, right up there. And then the single release. It's just an incredible figure. It's one of the best they've done. Now, of course, they did screw up on the chin tattoo.
Yeah,
the fork, it's under here instead of right here.
I didn't notice it before, Matt. Now
it's unfortunate, but
I can't.
The face still looks good. The eyes look so nice. So that's my number 4. And then whipping out Matt, last 3. Yeah. So number 3, I have Ki-Adi-Mundi. Outstanding head sculpt. The articulation's great. He's a prequel Jedi. Just hard to beat. And then number 2, I have the Droideka, which is just an engineering marvel. Tons of fun. And then number 1 is the Super Battle Droid. Is another engineering marvel because Hasbro actually made a droid stand.
I think everyone thought he was going to be a shelf killer.
That figure does not fall over.
I thought he would fall over with.
You could make him do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Stand on one leg.
The articulation
it's
from the waist down alone is just nutty.
The joints somehow have just the right amount of friction and tightness to them, and the center of mass is good. Yeah,
now, I don't know if it's going to loosen up over time, but
yeah,
I have not seen those guys even budge. So it's an outstanding figure.
I want to get I want them to do a Tartakovsky one with just that.
Oh ridiculous. Yeah. Now the one from the Droid 3-pack with the rocket launcher arm, the HA version, cool. The heavy assault version.
I wish they single packed that.
That one looks good too. Yeah, that one looks really cool. But yeah, it's a great figure. Great figure.
Yeah.
So that rounds out my top 10. And what's his name? John Graber.
John.
He wants to take my spot. He's welcome to it.
All right, John, I'll message you in a little bit here.
But yeah.
Matt, no Droideka on your list?
That was number 2.
Oh, that was your number 2.
Okay. That was number 2.
Sorry. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I just didn't say much on it. I just said that it was an engineering marvel and just hours of fun, just kind of trying to figure out what moves on it.
Yeah,
that's a fun one.
Cool.
It's a fun figure. And then I did pick up some Joes this year. I did grab Tonal Rat, was on sale. That's an awesome figure. I grabbed the retro carded Cobra Commander, Duke, Beachhead.
Yeah. Did you get Major Blood this year?
Yeah, I sure did. Thank you, sir. That's an awesome one.
At a local shop. I was like, Matt needs this.
Yeah, and he picked it up for me, $20, and then $7 for shipping. So it was $27. I appreciate it, David. And the funny thing is, it's number 27 in the line.
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's a great figure, though. That Major Blood figure.
Oh, it's so good. And then I picked up Jinx and I picked up Night Creeper. Both of those are a ton of fun. So yeah,
cool.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, let's all say goodbye to Matt. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
sir.
Sorry I got to bug out, but I do have to get up early in the morning. So I appreciate you having me on. It's been fun.
Yeah, it was a great time.
It was good to see you, Gary and Art and Nick and David. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you, Matt.
All right. Have a good New Year, Matt.
Happy New Year, buddy.
Oh, Happy New Year.
See you next year. Everyone take care. Happy New Year.
All right.
Yeah, bye, y'all.
Okay. So where does that leave us? Matt finished the round, so it's back to Nick, right? So what are we? We're back on. We're top 3 now.
Top three.
Yep. Okay, here it comes.
What do you
shown this one before, but
oh yeah,
Snow Trooper.
Yeah,
very nice.
47 back with the Forlom sticker.
Mm-hmm.
And show the back of it. This is actually a Canadian variant.
So what's different on the Canadian card? The back of the card is different.
Some of it's in French.
Yeah,
or
it just
what?
well, it's on the front. It just says product of Canada. Yeah, product of Canada, LT. Yeah, it's like you can't really see it there. Sorry. Yeah, you're not going to be able to notice it. And that's written on the back. 1982. Anyways, this is one of my absolute Empire Strikes Back, one of my absolute favorites. So just a beauty. And yeah, it's just brings me right back. Empire. And it's still a great figure too. I don't care what anybody says. But this one's not bad. I've got another one that's even more like less yellowed. This one's not pretty good though, but probably could put it give it a hydrogen peroxide bath and bring it right back to 82. And not too much work there to do that one.
Yeah, and Snowtrooper's always been one of your favorite like card backs, right? You told me that.
Oh
before. Yeah.
It's I always and it's coming out in the vintage collection. I got it in the black series up there, and I've got
did you get the jumbo too? Didn't you get the jumbo?
Yep, I got the jumbo. It's right there. I got it on my little wall there. So it's one of my all-time favorites. I like it so much it's boring me now. And they got the new vintage collection version that's supposed to come out I don't know, first quarter of 2025. So,
Yeah. Looking good.
Yeah.
All right, Art.
Yeah.
To you, number 3.
Number 3. I got the right one here. Yeah. Mine's the Droideka. He's
nice.
He's great. One downside is it's a little tricky to get into ball mode. But just all the detail, you got. They didn't miss paint, even all on here, all these little guys, and he's just a blast. He's
aren't they called destroyers?
I got 2.
Sorry.
Yeah.
They have 2 names.
They use they call them, Obi-Wan calls it Sir Destroyers, but I don't know past that if they're referred to as destroyers. Usually
the green alien guys call them the Droidekas, or something.
Yeah.
So
the Asian, the Nemodians. Yeah.
Nemodians. There you go.
Yeah. And you got all the tubes. It's got this cool purple color. And even a little red on here. So as far as that, I got 2 of them, and they just took up so much room in my prequel. I had to move one kind of a little higher, off, my overflow shelf, just because it was too much. It took up too much real estate in my prequel. I was like, but he's a blast, So he's a
Japanese
great.
aliens.
Yeah. So that's my number 3.
Awesome. Okay, my turn. Number 3, man, I'm really having trouble now because we're down to the 3. I know what my top one is.
The TIE Interceptor.
TIE Interceptor. I have a lot of different things, but I'm gonna go
Rancor?
with something I picked up this year. I'm gonna go with a jumbo figure. I really like Greedo. He's just so cool. Look how big he is. So I'm a big fan. This is the Gentle Giant Jumbo Greedo figure, and 12 inches tall. Basic articulation. All these figures, very simple, but man, just big and green on the shelf. It looks really cool. So this is one of my pickups. I think I got them on eBay this year at some point, but and I got a bunch of other ones, but this one stands out on the shelf. So I'm going to add him to my list.
Nice. Greedo.
Yep. I would be Hammerhead, but I got him last year, so he doesn't count this year. Yeah, green is nice, Brent. Yeah, thanks, Eric. All right, Gary, you're up.
All right, this will be an easy one. Destroyer, Droideka.
Once more.
I got 2 of these things. It's just, I don't know. It's a great figure. I think we've been waiting for that one for a long, long time.
Oh, yeah.
And they did not disappoint. Like Art was saying, it's just an unbelievable figure. But he said all I could say. So
Yeah. Good figure for the year for sure. All right, Nick, we're down to 2. Something better than
Okay.
the Titan Scepter.
Now this one is it's more of a special one to me because it's the first figure I got from Return of the Jedi in early '83, and it is Jedi Luke,
Nice.
but he's got the blue lightsaber, and that's the first variant I had. And I was always like, why does he doesn't have a green lightsaber, But that was the first version that I got, and so it's great to have that. He comes with his blaster, I don't know if you can see it there, but probably should have pulled him out. But nonetheless, the blue saber variant's rare. Would like to actually get one on card. Now that I think about it, but in time. But just to get it loose.
So did they re-release it with the green one after? Obviously,
yeah. Most of the ones that you see come with the green, and I think I got a second. I know I got like a second or even a third one at some point. I think I traded one, but that and you'd use like a popsicle stick at the time. If you need
people,
when you lost
Arthur, some people sell the blue saber for like $150 just for the blue saber.
Wow,
just a piece.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's
crazy.
Yeah, and the greens, the greens are common, but they're still expensive too. But yeah, that blue saber is a special.
Yeah, I got a green saber on card from Jedi too, but picked that up a few years ago. But I would like to get a blue saber one on card too. I just want to get a lot of the stuff that I had, as a kid and in pretty good condition. It doesn't have to be mint, but whatever. Checks the box.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, we'll say hi to John. Welcome, John.
Hey, John.
Hey, Johnny.
John,
This is not a good idea. Just
Look
so
at
you
his top 10. I can see 3 of them right there. So.
Yeah.
Well, John, we'll finish off Art because we only got 2 left, and then we can do more open chat. How's that?
All right.
But let's keep going with Arthur. Down to top 2.
Yeah. We're really moving along now. So my top 2, it was hard to decide who was better than who on the top 2, but I decided to old Hammerhead. No, over here.
Nice.
That's number 2.
Is that Black Series?
This is Black Series. Yeah. This is 6 inch.
I spit on it.
It's okay. Yeah, he probably needs a little clean. He's been in the cantina. He's a little dirty. It's just fine. He's still got his cup. He's holding on to his cup. He's asking the bartender for 2 more.
2 more.
He's been hitting. I like how he's been hitting the spice. He's riding. He's having a fun time. By his eyes. This is funny, and just to paint. Just to go over the paint real quick. They didn't miss the belt. Got all the paint on the belt, and he was a good one. I was glad. And he isn't in the head sculpt. They were saying, all the guys have been saying, oh, he's just going to be a Doc Ondar, repaint. And
right.
I don't know of anything that's the same. It maybe his legs, but it was a brand new head, or at least they reconfigured the head or something. But yeah, he's great.
Yeah, no, it's a new head. Yeah.
Need more Cantina aliens. My Cantina's looking. I finally gave my Cantina a nice big spot on my shelf, and it's
nice.
It's looking a little bare. It needs to be a little more crowded. Hence why I got Jordan on Norwood and random things like that to put in there in the meantime. So
I love Skeleton Crew. Absolutely love it.
It's a great
Yeah,
show.
I'm enjoying it too.
I hope I don't enjoy it too much where I want the kid figures.
So my I'm what 53 years old. Star Wars has been my life more than I know. But my grandkids, it's the first thing that because Mogs is 12, Haley Bug's 10, and Ava Grace is, and that's the first thing they're like, we want to come on and watch it. I mean that's the first 4. I absolutely love it. I love that fact. Absolutely love it.
Well, it's
Yeah.
getting into the next generation. That's good.
And
Yeah.
I think that's
Star
what
Wars Vanguard.
it needs. Yeah.
My favorite thing about it is the same word I've heard across everybody that describes like each episode is fun, and that's what we're here for.
That's what we want. That's what I want.
That's what we want. Everybody's getting all with the other shows, and it's like this one's like, oh yeah, it's fun. That's what we're here to do. We're here to have fun. It's like
I am a
no.
very positive on everything that they came out with. The only thing I like Book of Boba Fett. I thought it was,
Evidently,
but
except the Black series, evidently.
I'm not a Boba Fett guy, so I enjoyed Boba Fett. Obi-Wan, I don't think Leia should have any part in it. That I have
She was adorable.
But I just don't think that was. It should have been Luke, which is fine. But everything else, I mean, like Ahsoka, I love Ahsoka. But everything else, I pretty much. The only thing I did not watch was Acolyte. When the press release on it, I will not play that game, and that's my own personal thing. I didn't watch anything Acolyte.
Yeah. Black Series, if you want the Lack. Yeah, Black Series. That would be great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Black Series. I spit on Black Series.
You're watching a lot of Black Series collectors here, John. You're in the.
You know why?
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about
John, you're gonna end up.
I do have a couple Black Series, but
first
came out, Black Series like we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna make the 3 3/4 inches per, and they didn't. They did not. Black Series got everything. I go to my local Walmart. Black Series are hanging on the shelf, and nothing 3 3/4. And I'm old school, and that's
they must think the new generation wants like bigger figures because they throw most of the new shows and stuff. Black Series gets it, which I don't understand. So they must think that everybody wants 6-inch.
So
I don't know.
I was at Walmart the other day,
I don't know.
and they had I almost took a photo of it. They had Neil, God, Nodwood. I think 3 or 4 Black Series, and we get Jod Nodwood, and that's it.
Yeah.
I hate it. We're the ones. I'm old school. I'm the one that has money to buy these things. Hate it so much. Hate it.
Well, you'll just have to come on our next stream when we talk Hasbro next time. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's finish off our top 2. Who just was?
That was me.
So it's my turn. All right. Yeah. My number 2 is 3.75 for John. Here you go. This is Efontmon.
Oh, he's great.
Custom Kenner style factory made figure, not 3D printed. This is the Next 17, who I'm always talking about on the channel. So it's a company in the Netherlands. They make Kenner style figures of characters that Kenner never did. And this is the one I bought this year, which I really wanted for Jabba's Palace. And so he's definitely in my top 10 this year. And it was very fun to pick him up, plus all the other figures I've gotten from him. So
nice.
Just wanted to share that on the stream.
If
you guys are into these kind of figures, check out the Next 17. Yeah, he's got some good stuff.
I need that in TNC to put in my Jabba's Palace.
So I feel like I'm like the odd man out because, like, I'm old school. I'm 53 years old. Star Wars came out when I was 60 years old. Like the retro pictures and everything, I could not care less because I want articulation. I don't like them at all. I don't collect them. I don't buy them. Why go backwards? That's my thing.
Well, the whole point is that if the line had continued for a couple more years, a lot of these were in the pipeline. So there's a lot of people that wanted them in 86 and 87, but George Lucas pulled the plug and
articulated. I feel wound up, just so y'all know. So disregard anything I say. But why go backwards? Why do the? I want to be posable. I want to make scenes with them. I want to dioramas.
I like,
It's just
yeah,
We have
pure
Black Series
nostalgia,
now.
John. It's just nostalgia.
yeah, it's right.
Like,
Now I like the, I
I hear
like the
your point, but
retro.
for
I
me-
like the retro on card because I don't have them down here. It's up in my car upstairs. But
I
um,
made
I like the look of them on card on the wall. They look nice.
I made Nick cry last
Yeah.
night because I got the ghost. I opened every figure that came with the ghost.
Oh, you're supposed to save
Yep.
those.
Ah!
Yeah.
This one's usually
John does not
Usually
say
I'm an
you gotta
opener.
never
Usually I'm an opener, but those ones
I open everything.
those card backs are nice.
I open everything.
I was about 80%. Yeah.
Yeah, everything I open. They're toys. Ladies and gentlemen, they're toys. They're meant to be played with.
Yep.
And I can
All right,
just
John, I'm putting us back on track. We got to go
Yeah.
back to Gary. We got to
He's
finish our
derailing
list.
us.
Finish
Oh,
our
I'm
list.
sorry.
Right.
Sorry.
All right, so David, you're the one that said we could do anything. So
Yep.
my number 2 is my.
Ooh.
Oh,
What is
cool.
that?
What is that?
Wow.
It's the same as this one,
I thought it was the Bendu for a second.
but the wings are articulated. So I bent him down so he's in the walking.
Ooh.
What is it? I don't even know what that is.
It's King Ghidorah
Gary-
from Godzilla.
Yeah. Tell
I
us the
don't- I
character
don't
for those who don't know. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and this is what I've been spending most of my money on this year. But that's my number 2. Actually, he might have been number 1, but I just got another Black Series figure that's my number 1, and John's gonna love that. So
Well, cool.
that's number 2.
That is an impressive looking figure, and I don't know anything about
It's cool.
the character. Yeah. All right, back to the top. This is number 1 for Nick, finishing off our top 10 of the
Numero
year.
uno.
Nick, you're up.
Okay, this is a very special one for me because it was. I remember getting this vividly. I think I got 2 of them when I was a young kid, and here it is, the Darth Vader case.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And,
Brand new. Wow.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's an excellent condition. Empire Strikes Back. I think they did a Return of the Jedi version of it, but
Yeah. I think we had the Return of the
You know.
Jedi version. It looked exactly like it, but
all
yeah.
the figures there. Look what you could get. You know,
Wow. Yeah.
That's so cool.
yeah.
So I remember. I remember clear as day. And it would have been when the Power Force came out. 90.
The first Power of the Force 1?
Yeah.
That was like 85.
80 something.
Anyway,
Yeah, Power of the Force, 1985.
I went to. It was in Toys R Us, and I saw they redid the case for that. And then I went back and I talked to a guy that he was in the toys at that time. He goes, John, you have no idea, it's coming. And that was before the internet and all that. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, it's coming. And I blew him off. I was like, whatever. But why would they have the case? But then they did the buff Power of the Force things and all. Yeah, it was great. Great time.
Yeah,
And there's
I found one of those for $5 locally here, and I was all excited. I bought it and I got it home, and it's one that they redid in the 2000s.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this isn't an original one, but it's still fun. My son keeps his Hot Wheels in it.
Nice. Oh, I love Hot Wheels. Absolutely.
He's got all
That's
this-
my that's my second thing probably.
and
Yeah,
to
you must
back
be
up
talking about Power of the Force
Dave,
too, John.
I kind of did a 2-in-1 for number 1 because I really
Okay.
love how Stan Solo.
Oh, that's great.
That is sweet.
And if you notice,
That
he
was
did it
great.
100% correct because the eyebrows are there. That's the despecialized version.
Especially,
Oh,
It really
nice.
pays.
Sebastian,
It really, it pays proper homage to the 40th anniversary. And this figure was apparently in the pipeline with Kenner back in the day, and they just didn't get to it. But it's a figure that everybody dreamed of getting, at some point, because obviously remember, with Star Wars, Kenner we only got one Vader, and that was the same Vader from the beginning to the end of the line. So this was one that we always wanted. So, and Stan Solo does these beautifully, and so does Last 17. But was really happy to get this.
Yeah, that's
finally
a cool
get
looking
this.
figure.
And he did the card, and the card is done correct and everything to the original theatrical thing. So,
and I'm not a big criticizer of like I like the new editions for the original. I like them, but I wish they would not have changed Sebastian Shaw with Hayden Christensen. That I do not like.
John, I don't care if he has new iterations of that's perfectly fine, because I can understand why they're using it for technology, and he's generating more money by whatever. He can do whatever he wants. My only beef with GL was that he refused to release them on the original theatricals on that's and his reasoning for it, I'll say it, is completely like highly egotistical maniac. It's pretty crazy if you read his statement on it. And
But
he won't even actually get the American Film Institute with the government. I forget what it's exactly called. They were asking him for the original 16 millimeter films, and he was refusing to give them because in his mind it's not the version that he wanted out there. I mean, that's ridiculous.
He felt like
that's 20 years. Yeah, it's literally 20 years later. That's like you go to whoever does a famous art picture or whatever, and then the artist goes, I just want to borrow their art, even though it's worth like millions of dollars. I'm just going to make a few changes. Then he brings it back to you, and I don't really like it, to be honest with you. Actually, most of the changes, they don't actually make sense in the movie as far as I'm concerned. It actually took away from the film because the CGI doesn't mix well with the live action. But
a lot of the CGI in the special in the mid '90s didn't really age well.
It looks terrible.
Yeah.
I just want a 4K, and people are doing it. I don't know. I'll post it in the chat after. Like, there's a great 4K clip of the Cantina sail barge scene with. It just looks. I just want to go back. I just want the original, so I can put it in my DVD 4K player, whatever, and just be able to watch that. I don't know what's so difficult.
Yeah.
And if you want to buy this, and if you like the special editions, whatever variation, because I don't even know how many he's done now, where he's added Hayden Christensen. There's like 10. How many? There's like 5, 10 versions now.
There's a bunch of versions.
And most fans don't even remember. All the new fans, they don't even remember the originals anymore. It's only some of us guys. It's so stupid. It's just and that broke a lot of tradition too. Once he did that, I remember so many people got sick of that. But there. So if you don't agree with me, Darth Wiz is coming down with the lightsaber, and it's over. You're gone.
I'm going to steer us back to our original program, which was top 10.
Now that
John's fault.
I'll take
Nick got over his one. Just because you finished, Nick, doesn't mean the rest of us don't get to finish, huh?
Let me take the conch shell.
Sorry.
Now that I have the conch shell.
All right. It is Arthur's turn for his final top figure of the year.
Now that before I say my top figure, special edition Supreme Goat. Hayden Christensen all the way.
Oh no.
I'm kidding. I don't really give a two hoots, whatever. Anyway, Super Battle Droid is my top figure. It's great. We talked about him. We've talked about him already, but one thing, if I could get his things off, this always pops off and goes flying to me. I love that this comes off. As a person that played Republic Commando when they came out, oh, that fell down. That's a great addition. And look at all that paint detail. I love all the paint. And
I spit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's something. And this is something why I like 6-inch, because you're going to be able to see all the detail. You see this. I have a couple of the old school 3 3/4-inch Super Battle Droids, and they're like this big. You're just not going to get this much detail, and this is a zoomed in version, so to speak. So, he's great. I love him. And they included this little thing, which is great. Goes right on here. For all you guys that don't know, blast effect, and great articulation, and he doesn't fall down hardly. Yeah. So, which I thought he'd be a shelf killer. So, Gary, before we get on another rant, let's go.
All right. So, again, this is my number one, and we've already seen him a few times. But Darth Maul,
Darth Maul.
Is that 6-inch?
Yes.
I spit on it.
Yes.
Yeah, you said that about 15 times already. And here's the. Of course, John, I thought you kept your criticism to yourself. That's what you wrote a while ago.
Well, for Disney part anyway.
So when this is my second favorite character, and before we only had one rendition of it. So otherwise, I think I have 3 of those. Vader's my favorite, and I probably have 20 different or every version of him, probably at least 20 figures, Black Series figures. So I was really, really happy when they did this. This guy articulates. His articulation is unbelievable. He looks great. So he is my number one for this year. Both versions of them.
You like both of them? Yeah.
Yeah, the soft goods on this thing is it leaves a little bit desired, but again, he had to have that to fit on the speeder, and the speeder's cool. I'll probably have to do some painting on it to make it look a little more screen accurate, but this guy right here is like, this is nice. And
the soft goods on the other one, excuse me, they're not. It's not as bad as, say, like the Endor Leia. The Endor Leia is just poofy all over, and it does lay nicely, and that's
if you work with it,
it's so poofy.
Yeah, if you work with it, even standing, you could get it to look decent.
Yeah, and the hood actually looks it sits. It's not like sitting there like a little point and like weird, and
Gary, have you guys tried taking the cloths, the capes and everything off, and then wetting them down?
I've done that on some other ones.
No.
Yeah,
not really.
Yeah,
I should get a steamer. I should get a steamer and steam him.
And you could take some watered down Elmer's glue and soak the cape in it, put it on the figure, put it where you want it, and it'll dry, and it feels like it's a little starched, but it'll sit wherever you put it.
I got to mess around with the indoor figures because every time I look at them, they're just like sitting there like this.
Yeah.
So, well, you can always go to Hot Toys. There are.
No, don't.
Well, Hot Toys you can't world build, and
in one figure I could get 4 or 5, if not more, Black Series figures for the price of one Hot Toy. So it's like,
and I've had to rethink why I went Black Series instead of vintage or 3 3/4 because there's so much more available. But with the 3D printing, I can print my own ships and world build. But sometimes I see when like that Ghost, I see that and I think, wow, I really should have gone TVC.
Well, you can do both. I mean, I pick up both.
Well,
I pick up everything.
And that's what I like, about the TVC is the play sets. The Jabba's Palace was fun, and I got the hallway, which is cool, and then in the ships. We're not gonna have a Millennium Falcon in 6.6, and so that's
and the ships though are still underscaled, grossly underscaled.
Even the Ghost,
making some of those.
The Ghost, it's not. The Ghost is not 100%.
John gets
it's only got 2. It's only got 2 rooms. It's supposed to have 4.
Well, I got Darth Vader's tie, 2 Imperial tiles, and an X-wing in TVC, and they're all grossly underscaled.
Yeah.
Just
But
so
they're
you know.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
one
we
thing
gotta do
that's
to get 'em
annoying.
up.
Yeah, again,
You got to go.
Hasbro.
Go ahead, Dave.
I got my number one. Let me get my
Go
number
ahead.
one
Number
Go ahead.
one.
What do you got?
Number one, Dave. Number one.
right here.
There he
Hammerhead.
is.
Mhm.
Hammerhead.
Oh
My number
wow!
one
6" or the 3 3/4, Dave.
I've got the 3 3/4 inch one here because I took his gun and I gave it to the big guy. So that's the
Yes.
3 3/4 inch gun.
It's so funny how that fits the 6 inch. It just shows how crazily
I know. So anyway,
overscaled that thing was.
now you brought it up, Art. You were asking about Doc Ondar. I was looking at him just today.
Oh,
So
there
this
he
is
is.
this is the two of them together.
No,
So
Yeah.
what's different is the hands and the feet are all the same. The bodies are the same. What's different is the
Okay.
heads are different and the forearms are different. Everything else is the
Oh,
same.
he's
figure.
got that same. He's got that same two more shots, please. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the same hands, and he's got
Yeah.
this guy's got the same tunic underneath the sock.
I think everyone just assumed they were just going to reuse that head, but it's significantly different. You know.
Yeah, but they're both great figures, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
was very excited to get them both for the line. So
I think I
that's
got
my
Doc last year. So
my top figure of the year is Hammerhead this year. So there you go. That's for Eric.
OT.
OT. Hammerhead is the best. That's right.
He is cool.
yeah. And speaking of hammerheads, they have a little contingent on whatever planet they're at Atten.
Oh yeah, the
Quite a
Skeleton
big
Crew is full
planet.
of Ithorian
Yeah,
aliens.
They have
I
lots of
love that.
Ithorians.
I love Skeleton Crew. I think it's fun.
Okay.
They get them going.
Program note: we have now finished our task of our top 10 figures. Good job, guys! You stuck
Top
with it.
10,
It only took 2 hours.
2024.
I didn't do anything. Just so you
2
know.
hours. John came in to distract us.
Yeah. I'm going to be taking notes this year for next year now. Now I got to
Good.
keep track. I got to keep track.
Now it can be a free for all. Now you can talk about whatever else you want to talk about. So
All right,
let's go at it.
My top figure is Cobb Vanth.
Yeah.
Cobb Vanth and the TVC, the new one,
Yeah, the only
yeah, it's a nice one.
the one that's $25 or whatever.
The 6-inch, the black suits. How bad?
I think it's a very, very nice figure. Yeah.
I spit on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I can't see it. Are you holding the figure?
You might not be able
see
to
it.
hit it, Dave.
There we go.
Recorder.
Well, it's meant to be, just so you know.
They finally made that in 6-inch or 3-inch, right?
Yeah, it's out on the shelves
Yeah.
now. It's on the stores right now.
Well, I'm small, so that's why I collect smaller, just so you know.
I actually
So what do you
thought
like about that figure, John?
I thought about maybe
I
putting
think
him in Jabba's Cantina or Jabba's Palace.
A very nice sculpt.
Nice.
Very,
sculpt.
very, 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 very nice sculpt. I like it. I like it a lot.
Now,
Did
did
those
you pay full price or did you wait for it to go on sale?
Yeah, I paid full price. I got to support all you freaking scavengers.
Do those rocket boosters come off?
Yes.
Cool.
My only thing I would question is his hair is so gray. Why is his hair so gray? Why do they color?
Because the actor's hair is gray.
Can you show John?
No,
Can you
it's
show his
not.
head again? Can you show the figure head?
Do you think you need to be a little more salt and peppered? Yeah, I could see that. Maybe you need to touch a more dark.
Well, I can take care of that. And also, the E-Wing.
Yep.
I like that a lot.
You can kind of.
It's hard because the picture on the card back, he's kind of shadowed, so it's like his hair looks a little darker.
No, man, like, dude, you can see the brown is.
Oh, that E-Wing's cool.
You know.
That E-Wing's pretty sweet.
I bought a couple of those. And the Ghost. Did you guys get the Ghost?
Put a brown wash on him.
Nope.
The Ghost is that.
It's pretty
They did a
sweet.
good job on the Ghost.
Looks fantastic.
Oh, it's that's a ship right there.
Hmm.
Just the engines itself is like a work of art.
Yeah. Did you get him, John, or you skipped on that? Did you get the Ghost?
Me? Oh, I did.
Okay. Have you got it yet?
I got it yesterday, and I got another one coming the 13th.
Oh, another.
And you said you just did an unboxing on your live stream, right? Was that today or last night? When did you do that?
Yesterday.
The
Yesterday.
Ghost. I spit up.
Beauty.
Everybody, there's a lot of spitting going
Whoa,
on here.
whoa! I spit on it.
I
It is
spit
a
in your
machine. I
general
like it.
direction.
They did a good job.
Yeah, 6-inch figure would have better hair. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Whatever.
he
seen
does
this
have
figure?
6-inch does have better.
Wow.
You have the 6-inch available, Dave?
Hey Nick,
This is an impressive figure. Yeah, nice.
Match you. Is that Andor?
Yeah.
Don't
Oh, I
bother
got it.
opening them.
Oh, I got it right here.
That's about the
That's
only
a
time you'll see him
fantastic-
standing up is if he's in card. If you pull him out, he's gonna fall right down.
No, apparently
Here,
it's a
watch this
real.
part,
Oh,
Swizzy.
what?
You and your non-opener.
There you go.
Look at him.
Do it,
Look at him.
John.
I ripped it open.
I was
Oh,
gonna
whatever.
say, why is it in the box?
It's probably a repack.
John, I
got-
really don't have a problem with you opening them.
I
It
do
just
like
makes his unopened more valuable.
Oh,
Yeah, keep
I'm
open
helping
more.
the community out by opening everything I have. Just so you know, I realize that. I
Andor
want,
season 2. Yes.
Yes.
I want.
Looks like it's gonna be pretty sweet.
What's the droid in Skeleton 3MEE?
SM33.
I want.
SM33.
He is the star of the show.
Yep.
Well,
he's
Honorable mention.
There would be one. Oh, don't show that. I need that, John or Nick.
I got 4 of them now. All
4
mint
of them.
on card.
He's a little stiff.
This is pretty
Wrong.
impressive.
Yeah, that one's a good one,
3/4
too.
version.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
nice. John.
Thrawn?
Yeah.
I got Thrawn. I didn't even open him yet.
Legion skeleton builder.
anybody collecting Mythic Legions in here?
I've heard they're pretty cool. My case raves about them.
Yep.
This is all for you unopeners. I'm making you richer.
Thank you, John. Thank you
They're
for
all-
increasing the
they're all
value
too-
of our unopened figures.
Yeah,
They're
John,
a
you're
whole
really
50
making a
cents
huge.
more.
John, you're making a huge difference in the world. I just want you to know that.
I know, and you're welcome. I went out tonight. I haven't drank in like a week and a half, and I went out tonight, and I feel great. So just so you know, that's my excuse.
We decided to pop into my stream, huh? All right. That's
Oh,
great.
Yeah.
that explains it.
Well,
So you
Nick,
normally don't spit this much, huh?
That explains the spitting.
I'm not. Am I spitting?
No.
Oh, you spit
Only
on
on Black
everybody's
Series.
Black Series.
Oh,
stuff.
I spit. I do spit. I definitely spit on Black Series. Absolutely.
He owns some Black Series. Mr. Graver's the nicest guy on the internet.
Don't spread lies like that.
He's got a huge Black Series collection somewhere.
I
back
do.
there.
The only Black Series I get is I get cases that make little mini dioramas out of them. I got Emperor and the Guards,
Yeah.
Ahsoka and Rex, which I'm going to redo. Biker Scouts. I think that might be it. Oh no, I got Mando, Ahsoka, and Grogu, which I'm going to do, and I'm going to do that. I haven't done it yet, but I got the figures. What else do I got here?
This is a nice pickup. This is another honorable mention. Could have been on my top 10.
Oh, I got that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Pretty
was pretty
cool.
sweet. That's a nice box.
Oh, I got another
Look
Darth
at
Yeah,
that,
it
guys. This-
Oh,
Low
beautiful.
gray. Is that low
Jumbo
gray or
Low Gray.
low gray? Yeah, that's low gray.
So tomorrow, son of a, well, his gun's down there. Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna do a diorama, or probably more of a scene. I guess diorama is wrong word. A scene with my ghost and all that up here after church.
Nice.
That's my plan. So if you guys want to join in my channel, just so y'all know,
I was
everybody
gonna say, what's your channel for those who don't know?
don't join my channel. You can like it, but that's it. I don't want anything else. Because my
John
channel
Graver, the space jockey.
is total chaos.
That's
just
him.
you know.
No,
Yeah, you can
I
sub.
don't believe that.
No, it really is.
Nice wicket there, Nick.
Hey, is Mythic Legions the one that's doing that big dragon?
Yes.
Yes, that looks crazy.
I'm really
That
thinking
looks-
about getting that.
That definitely
It's
needs.
1/12 scale.
You need.
It
you-
is. Yep. Fully
That'll take up
articulated.
your basement, Gary.
Very
Oh
impressive.
man, you ought to see the stuff I got down here.
Nice Emperor there.
Yep. It's nice.
Bring it back right to 83.
So Nick, on that one, you're saying the front of the bubble is cut out? Is that what you were saying in your video?
Yeah, that's
Like
why
they cut
he's
the front of the bubble to get the figure
yeah,
out?
it's just, yeah,
It's
but the
weird.
cards are like meant for some reason. This is what he did. You can probably see it more on the Wicked. I don't know if you can kind of. I got it in this. There it is.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you know what I did
But-
buy, and I feel dirty about it. Is have you guys
Scam.
bought any of these?
A couple I have.
No,
Because you can't
Okay.
get Moff Gideon in the. Well, let's see what he looks like. I feel dirty about it because I didn't like it.
The little kids line.
And why? Why? Just why? Just make them in
I
the
just
regular.
opened one up, John, myself. Gary, the Dragon pre-order is in March, Eric says.
Has it been announced how much it's going to cost?
No price announcement yet. Correct,
Oh,
Eric?
he's kind of cool, actually.
another honorable mention. So I do collect.
Oh,
Black
that's a good one.
Series.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good one, Nick.
Yeah, it's on my shelf. It's just the box, but whatever.
All right, I like him.
No price
Thank you,
yet.
Eric.
Oh, I
I'm
do.
loving this line.
Oh, yeah, the
Micro
shuttle.
Galaxy.
I
Yeah, I
love my-
finally
yeah.
got the shuttle, which was nice. And I'll show one more, and then I'm done. And I have to say this is impressive. The 40th.
I made a
Oh,
diary on that.
That's a great one.
That's a beautiful set.
That's the battle damage.
That's the
set.
battle vendor, so it's got the kind of the battle
Yeah.
damage a little bit.
Oh, I don't have that one then. I got the New Hope one, Star Wars one.
Yeah, yeah. I originally got the New Hope, the first version of the Millennium Falcon, and I was just sitting there, just amazed at all the sound effects and stuff. And my wife came in, she was like, "What do you do?" This is great.
Nothing. Not leave me alone. Nothing.
Looked at me like I was weird.
There's John, nice mint in box. Hands will never touch it.
Oh, mine's open. That's a nice. I like that. I like
That's a
that
good
lot.
one too. Yeah, that's another one that's fun. Yeah.
And this
I
will
enjoyed
this
that
will
one.
drive John crazy. Two nice TVC Jabba the Hutt sets in the shipper box for another 40 years.
Oh,
Saving us from
I bought one of
future
those.
generation.
Are they
I
gonna keep
bought
up
one of
with
those and I got to
inflation?
send it to I got to send to a friend of mine. And not even well, I don't know how many Jabbas I got. But yeah.
You
So,
got a
John,
whole
look at this.
You got a whole family behind you there, John.
Oh yeah.
A whole family of Jabbas.
John, this is the Epic Hero Speeder, like those figures you were just opening. $10 at Walmart, and that's the
Wow.
TVC Mando on it. So it
Really?
actually looks pretty good.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
so-
give me one of those then.
They're on sale for $10 right now.
At
And-
Walmart or whatever.
Walmart, yeah, and it fits
Oh, give me one.
TVC pretty good.
Didn't
got-
Ollie's have those?
A couple wheels on the bottom. It's kind of weird.
I think Ollie's had a bunch of those.
Oh, I'm
No, these are brand new. They just hit the market just
Really?
now. Really?
And,
All this-
so I don't understand why they haven't made Cobb Vance Speeder.
Yeah,
When that showed up, everybody went nuts about it. Why not make that?
cool looking ship. They should have.
Oh, the
The speeder
yeah,
bike.
they had the speeder bike
Operation.
attached. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that would be fun.
I don't
Right.
I don't know about Hasbro. It just the decisions
These
they
are
make
beautiful.
makes my head scratch.
Nice 6-inch there.
I would get back in GI Joe if they do 3 3/4 inch.
Nick,
Yeah,
brag.
I like them too. Oh, I gotta get that one. I've only bought 3 of them.
Chrome
I
visor.
even had the flag.
You had the flag.
You had the
You're a
flag?
Lucky kid.
John's
Yep.
had everything.
I did.
Lucky kid.
I'm a rich spoiled kid. I admit it. I'm poor now, but whatever.
I love this line. the Saga
Saga.
collection
Yeah,
line.
that was a nice
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
And
That's a
the
great line.
in the Clone Wars version, what was that? They made a lot of nice figures.
Epic Heroes. Which one's Epic Heroes? Oh, that's the
I think that's
That's
the one that John showed. I think.
yeah,
Maybe.
that's the one with the
Was that
24
the
inch.
kid one?
They're
Yeah,
not
Yeah,
in,
I think it's
they're
the
not in
Heroes, yeah.
yeah, they're not in scale that line. It makes no sense to me why they even bother.
They're not too bad though, because this is
I get I don't know. I mean, it's just that, you know what the thing is, it's like there's too many lines now, and I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to make a line for kids
Mm-hmm.
specifically, but you know, it's just, I don't know. It's just like Mission Fleet, Retro, Black Series, TBC.
Black
You know,
Series.
it's just, there's just too much stuff. You know what I mean? Like, where do you? I don't know. Dave, you got young ones. Like, what
There's
do
too
you
much
think?
My kids went right to my Black Series figures. As soon as I started buying those, my sons wanted to play Black Series because they were bigger, cooler looking, more detailed, better articulation, and they
You
didn't
could
really
actually
want to play
get the
with my
figures
little ones.
that current
Because
figures.
they are.
Yeah, so I had to buy double Black Series figures for my son who was 10 or whatever at the time. So I'd have two of everything. It was crazy because he
That's
would
how they
play
get
with them. So I don't know. Yeah, my kids
Yeah, I
are
mean,
into
like-
Marvel Legends and all 6-inch figures. That's what they like. Even McFarlane.
You know, in all fairness, like back in the Kenner days, like the big 12-inch figures were pretty damn good. Like, you know, those that Kenner line that they did, like they were nice. You know, Boba Fett and Vader, you know, the big flap that they came in. But I don't know, it's just for the 3 3/4, I guess when you're, you know, you can carry so many of them when you're a kid, but
Yeah,
I don't
because
know,
that's
it's
how it should
interesting.
be.
But it's interesting because, you know, like we also had He-Man, which were bigger figures, and you felt like you were getting more, you know. So I mean, it's
How
I don't
big
know.
were the He-Man figures?
I think they're
My
like
brother
5
said-
inchers.
I think they're 5.
Okay, yeah, my brother
Yeah.
had some of those. They were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, I got to get to bed. I got to go back downstairs and go to bed.
All right. Well, thanks for popping in. Nice
Yeah,
seeing
thank
you.
you.
Thank you, sir. That was fun.
Just
That-
chatting.
Throwing
Thanks,
a little
John.
energy.
if you guys are bored tomorrow afternoon, I'll probably come up here and make a scene with the ghost
With
new
Ghost.
something. So,
All right. Sounds good, John.
and my stream is always I put the link in. Anybody can join because I don't care.
Yep. Cool.
All right, we'll see.
All
you
right. Talk to you later.
All right, bye.
All right, gentlemen. I'm getting tired too. I want to wind this down.
Yeah.
I gotta
But,
go have some dinner.
Yeah, you 4 hours ahead of us on the East Coast here.
Yeah, it's only 7:30 here. It's late, getting late there.
Big thank you to
So-
everybody in the chat, Mace and Lack and everybody else who was in. That was fun.
Yeah.
And I think we had a good assortment of figures tonight. A lot of variety.
Yeah, it wasn't too much, and especially with Nick, I didn't even think about that. You don't collect too much Black Series in that.
Yeah.
Kind of broke it up. Yeah, we had some something different. It wasn't just a whole, same thing. Even though
Well, you know,
Gary,
if I just put
you,
on
Gary and
on Black Series figures, then like, you know, it's just going to be 5 people recycling the same.
The
Yeah.
same ones. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
but it's okay. Kind of highlight like I said, definitely taking some notes and keep track. And my wife's always saying I got to itemize and keep track of how much everything costs in case I croak tomorrow. She's like, I want to know how much to sell them for.
Right.
So
Good night,
one of
Brian.
these days I'll make a big spreadsheet. So
Yeah, I need to
Right,
do the
Brian.
same. All right, guys. Well, have a good New
Yeah.
Year.
Great.
And,
yeah, definitely.
We'll see you guys. We'll do this again maybe in a month or so.
See you next year.
Yeah,
Go
see
out
you
and
next.
get some action figures.
Go out and get some action figures. That's
Yes.
right. Good night, John.
Yes.
Good night, Echo.
Take advantage of all those sales if they're still going on. There was a bunch of them out there. So
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
there's some good sales.
All right. Well, I'm going to end it there,
So-
guys. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.
All right. Good night, fellas.
Good night.
Night, guys.
Okay, we're
And
done.
we